Close your eyes. Count to 3. Breathe deeply. Ringing. Your eyes open to the blue light of a hospital room. The ringing is replaced with the buzz of machines and lights and the shuffle of feet outside. The murmur of nurses. There's an enormous lump on your head. And you remember the hardness of a lacrosse ball, the exact weight of it. You never thought it was that heavy before. There's a face you know well to your right. It's your boyfriend.
Hey, sleepyhead, how you feeling?
You think on it for a second, and then ask, am I okay?
Yeah, you got hit in the head with a lacrosse ball really hard. You went down and pissed your pants. Then your pants fell down and everyone could see your pee.
Like it was a little pool?
Yeah, it was a little yellow pool in your underpants. Yeah, it formed a bowl.
But my lucky cocktail...
Your lucky cocktail umbrella, yeah, you keep in your pocket. Yeah, it fell out and floated down into the underpants bowl and opened up like a margarita. Yeah, and then you shit it in the shit got on the rim of my pants like a salt rim.
Wow. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just glad you're awake.
But then you feel something. And you realize you have to tell him something. However much it may be difficult. He has to know. David?
Yeah?
I'm straight now.
Oh, man! It fixed it!
Yeah, I'm fixed now.
Oh, come on! He's straight now! Come on, man! Rats, man! He's straight! What am I supposed to do? My boyfriend's straight now!
You're wearing Abercrombie and Fitch with Luke and DBJ. Welcome to Stores.
Stores, but where they sell your favorite stuff, but where the shelves are stocked with love, but where you find a line of happy shoppers. Stores, the friendly staff will wave and smile when you come to browse the aisles. So let's take a trip to all our favorite stores.
They fucked up my Vons. They fucked the Vons up.
The Vons.
They ruined it. They totally ruined it. They've ruined the vibe. This is my favorite place.
Also,
in
you didn't say
Los
this,
Angeles.
but you can just jump in whenever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can talk during this.
My first apartment in LA was very close to a Vons, and it was a scene. And now
was it good or bad when you were first?
It was
there?
the kind of place you'd go to and you'd see like a singular baby shoe in the parking lot.
Yeah. It is funny because it's like in all respects, if you just like go like pound for pound, Albertsons and Vons should be the same, and yet Albertsons is quite superior.
Vons
usually.
is the sort of sinister twin.
Yes, yeah, that's
What?
why it's red.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
which is an evil
Yeah.
color, and
But-
blue is good.
But
We
my
talked about
Vons
this
was
last-
good.
Yeah,
I
your
loved-
Vons was really
I
good.
loved my Vons.
But
they've
that
been-
Vons is so big. Doesn't the security corral at least feel kind of like sectioned off?
No, dude. I don't know what it's like a crazy fence that they put over the entire, like across the entire front of the store. It is so much.
Oh.
If you go in there, you will be shocked
I'm
at
gonna
how
take a
much
look.
different it looks.
Wow.
It's an enormous black gate that has covered the entire front of the inside of this Vons that you,
It's at the entrance.
yes.
So does
Oh.
this prevent like sort of vaulting over? Because like the
I mean, you could get
Albertsons
over
near
it if
me,
you wanted to.
They added the little security gate that it like opens up.
I'm thinking of the thing, and that's to the like toiletries and stuff, right?
No, it's to the front of to enter the store. You have to go through a little gate now.
Yeah.
It's a little. It's like a half gate.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's like a cattle gate, literally.
It is a cattle gate. It's a corral.
Yeah,
It's
so
a,
that you can only exit through the registers.
Yes.
So if you're trying to take
Oh,
something.
yes, which
Yeah.
ruins it.
I
Which
think
ruins
you
it.
should be allowed to steal from grocery stores.
I 100% agree. Especially if you're using self-checkout, you get one item for free. That's your payment for having to bag it yourself.
Yeah, that's
I
the
believe
cost.
this. Pat spilled coffee all over himself right before the episode started.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking stink so bad.
You're wearing all black though, so it works. You could spill more.
Yeah, I can't tell where you're. Don't spill more.
Do you have is that foam on top, or is it some sort of like sugar foam?
It's nitro. There's no sugar
Whoa.
in this.
Nitro.
Ooh.
Nitro.
I got the
Ooh la
nitro.
la.
Nitro.
Get beamed up for
Ooh.
this one.
Mr. Big Bucks over there.
God damn.
Do you need a napkin? All right.
You're really concerned. Thank you, though.
You know,
It's
outside
nice.
of my Vons once, right next to the Vons, there's a place called Honey Baked Ham.
Yeah, the Honey Baked Ham Cafe.
And there, one time I saw a guy, I just thought it was a funny image. There was a guy who had, in front of the Honey Baked Ham thing on the sidewalk, he had his prayer mat out and he was doing the Muslim prayer.
Huh.
I'm curious, is honey baked ham a sort of a foreign entity to you?
Yeah,
You seem to sort of like beguiled.
This is the only
but
honey. This is
you've
the
never
only
heard
honey
of it?
baked ham
Oh,
I've ever
I-
seen.
yeah,
Oh my goodness!
I feel like they're you go to
Where
that,
I come from, it's an item. Honey baked ham is a thing.
Well, the
It's not
Honey
a
Baked Ham
place.
Cafe is a brand.
I didn't know that.
They came, I don't know if they came up with it. Why
they
would I
have
say
that sort of sugary crust.
Yeah, and around holidays, if you go to that place or on any
you
holiday,
gotta get in line.
no, it's nuts.
it's like around the block.
My mom used to be like, when I got my license, she was like, "You're on ham duty now. It's Christmas. You got to go get the ham. You got to wait in line
Man,
in like 10-degree weather."
That is the most
Yeah.
Chicago suburb story I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on ham duty
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah.
God, it was worth it though. Then you take that ham bone, make a nice split piece stew afterwards.
God damn. We did get spiral ham though when I was a kid. We got it all
What's
the time.
spiral ham?
Spiral ham?
That's
Is
the
that what the
spiral
big-
cut.
So it's
A honey baked is a spiral cut ham.
yeah, it's the ham. It's just cut spiralized, and you can sort of take your slices off.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's like they put two things in the bone and like sort of cut.
God,
Maybe that's how
see
it's
that
like got the nice
process.
slices. I
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking
I would
about.
love to see the process.
I'd
of
love
that.
to see
That would
it.
be
And you
nice.
as a deli man, I mean, that would really
I am a
pique
bit of
your
a deli
fancy,
man. I am a bit of a deli
Yeah,
man.
coffee.
Yeah.
Or Pat, you still got coffee on you? Or you okay?
okay, leave him alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it so
He needs
many
his-
times it feels like an attack.
It already feels like bullying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the first time you did it felt like bullying.
No, the first time was nice.
But you haven't had a honey baked ham proper
from
a
honey baked
branded
ham.
honey
No,
baked
I have
ham.
not had honey baked ham from Honey Baked Ham.
Well, we got to change
I have not.
that.
We got to change that. We could do a whole podcast. This is
We
is
do it.
beauty of the podcast. We just filled up 2 weeks of content because we've got to do the ham.
That's
Then
two
we've got to
main
do
feeds. That's two bonuses.
split pea soup stew.
Well,
That's
but I don't
episode-
think there's like a storefront that sells split pea.
Yeah,
Is
but on
there?
the bonus episodes we do whatever.
Oh,
so
you
you do
just do-
main
oh,
feed
nice.
is honey
Yeah,
baked
yeah,
ham,
yeah.
even though it's a food store that we don't do. And
Yeah.
then the bonus episode is split pea, and then maybe we could do history of ham.
Yeah, History of Ham actually sounds
ham is
really good.
I mean, that does seem like something you would bring in.
I
So
really,
that does.
I really would love to do History of Ham
Now,
for
why is
our
it
next
called
bonus
ham?
episode. Why is it called ham?
Great question. Same
Ham
for
Probably
this.
something German. Probably a
Yeah.
German thing.
Ham.
Oh, that's why it's a hamburger because it's like a
Hamburger.
yeah. But
What?
wait,
From
ham is-
Hamburg.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's interesting.
I don't think that's what it is.
I don't
I think
mean,
hamburger is just a
in
name.
Spanish it's jamón, right? Like
Oh, well, yeah.
so there's some sort of shared romantic.
Mm-hmm. And hamon means ripple in Japanese.
Is that so?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the ripple of the sea.
This
Spelled
is
different, though.
Really
Ripple cut
incredible.
ham.
Yeah, ripple cut.
Wow.
Ripple cut ham. Ripple cut ham. So,
We're here today with Shane Madej. Welcome in.
Hello.
So-
Thanks for having me.
It's so nice to have you, Shane.
I
It's
love
so
the
nice.
podcast. I love,
Well, God bless you.
I love stores, and I've loved learning about them through the podcast.
That is such a kind. That's especially kind because one of the main complaints we get is people don't learn enough about the stores.
They're not listening hard enough.
That's what I'm saying.
I was listening to this week's episode, and I don't mean to bring this up. Maybe you've covered it a third or fourth time since then, but the dual intro of Big Meals versus Hop Frog.
Big Meals versus Hop Frog. Oh, right. So this was
Hop
the
Frog-
argument that we had.
Hop
where
Frog.
your
is,
intro was about big versus small plates.
oh yeah,
And then I
yours
wanted
was-
to do a Hop Frog.
And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
out of the gate, and I don't mean to bring this up again.
No,
Mhm.
please.
But at the beginning of this year, my wife and I were like, our New Year's resolution is no more small plates. We want big plates. We want our own plate. So I was
love
like-
to hear that.
Yeah.
Luke's coming out of the gate with something I agree with. And then I started reading about Hop Frog.
Wow.
And he's a really fascinating little guy.
He's really crazy, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
He's really going nuts on it. And also, Luke, I don't mean to mog you here, but people are talking about Hop Frog.
I gotta be honest. People are talking about it so much in the comments. I was like, I had to ask them, what is Hop Frog? Is that something Jesse did on his stream? I couldn't even remember what, but people will not shut the fuck up about Hop Frog.
Hop Frog needs to be on our merch. He needs to
Yeah, yeah,
start
yeah.
showing up on
So
stuff.
what? So
Because he's kind of a leftist icon.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, he kills them all.
he's a
He
frog,
kills them
though?
all. He puts them up against the wall. What?
He's a frog.
He's not a frog.
He's
a
a
little-
vigil- He's like Batman.
No, he's sort
He's
of
a little
warped,
jester.
Yeah, he's a
He's a
warped
little imp.
creature. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a warped
But
creature.
he's
man.
human.
He is human.
That's
He's like a little
strange.
Joker almost.
Yeah.
He's got kind of,
Mini Joker.
and also I knew some Edgar Allan Poe. I did not know about this man.
It's a
This little guy.
It's not a well-known Edgar Allan Poe story.
Hop
ought to
Frog.
be.
Yeah.
Hop frog is a beautiful turn of phrase. So tell us the story really quickly again, because I do forget.
So now
Okay.
you want to hear
Now
about
you
hop
want to hear
frog.
it. Now that
So
your
now-
hero Shane is on the podcast and you have someone to impress.
Well, I want to talk
now
about
you
how-
want to hear about hop. This is infuriating.
It's either that or we.
Hold on. No. This is my
Okay.
moment, okay?
All right.
When I'm interested in something, it's bullshit to you.
Now my
But the
hero
instant
Shane
that
is-
Shane thinks it's cool, you're interested in
Oh,
it
I'm
now.
sort of this hop frog is interesting.
This hop frog guy's an interesting guy.
can't believe.
Well, it's either that or we talk about how you're not allowed in the VODs anymore because
I
they
hate
put up
the fucking
security
VODs.
for we put up security for guys like you to get in.
The Vons, they ruined the vibe of the whole place.
Stop.
And
Talk
it's
about
evil
Hop
now.
Frog.
It's like prison.
What's
it's like
Hop
a-
Frog's deal?
Hop Frog's deal is that he is a sort of warped jester, who is he hates being the jester for the king and all the nobles, and
Okay.
they all laugh at him. And then during a ball, he climbs up and drops a chandelier on them, immolating them all.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's really good.
He kills
I think
them
you
all.
said that exact thing on a previous episode.
Yeah, I definitely
And-
explained
but
it
this
last time.
time-
Now it's
I'm
landing.
listening.
Now it's landing.
This time I'm
Hollywood.
listening.
So
Yeah.
Hollywood. The second
Yeah.
you see Hop Frog's rising star, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, let me grab a little bit of
I
that.
pay attention to this Hop Frog.
I should get him on the podcast.
we need to make a Hop Frog movie. I bet I could own the rights to that. It's actually probably in public domain.
Oh shit.
We could do a Hop Frog movie.
Hop Frog feels like it would be a good like Twilight Zone episode or like part of a anthology show or something. What happened? Anthology
Don't
shows.
get bogged down in the details, man. Just enjoy
there was
the ride of Hop
the
Frog.
there was the Guillermo del Toro one. That was the most recent.
Was that one any
anthology show.
good?
No. Well, there were some good episodes, but every episode opened with it was called the Cabinet of Curiosity. I think.
yeah.
And every episode opened with him standing by this giant prop
Right.
like cabinet with all these tiny drawers. And he'd like open a drawer and be like, "What's in this one?" And then
That which sounds amazing, to be honest.
But then my wife and I were joking because like a lot of the episodes weren't good, and we imagined it cutting back to him at the end, being like, "Oh well, I guess." I guess next week
plenty more.
there's a lot of drawers. So, it's pretty hit or miss.
cuts
Most
back,
of them
there's
were
a human
misses.
turd in it.
He
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
make them
okay.
all though. It's like other people.
No, he brought in different directors. Some of them were pretty cool, but yeah, I guess that's the thing with anthologies. You
Yeah.
know, some of them work, but yeah,
Not
that
Death,
was,
Love, and Robots.
Yeah.
All perfect. Actually, I've never seen it.
No.
Death, Love, and
Yeah.
Robots has maybe the most variance out of
Yeah.
any of them because
There-
they're so not connected
Yeah,
to each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's called that.
Are those animated? Is that an animated one?
Those are all the
Yeah.
animated ones
Yeah.
from the
David Fincher produced it or
So,
something?
yeah, maybe the lowest floor I've
Yeah.
seen.
Oh,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that
The
and
bad ones are
VHS
really
kind of
bad.
tied for me on like lowest.
VHS
floor.
also has such crazy, which is a horror anthology series, and that has crazy variance also.
Those are fun to watch, even the bad ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But some of them, I guess, are pretty boring.
But also, when you're watching horror, it feels like maybe you're more in the mode of like, I'll take shit.
Right,
I
That's
do,
fine.
yeah. Especially if it's called VHS, I'm like, okay, in a way that like
You know what
Love,
you're signing
Death, and
up for.
Robots, where they're like spending $1 million on this animation and it still sucks. You're like,
Yeah. But I don't know. What is the only good one that's actually good all the way through the original Twilight Zone?
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
like
actually, the original Twilight Zone had
the
some
show.
Yeah, the show.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen enough of those to know. I mean, are there some stinkers in there?
there's got to be some
gotta be
stinkers,
stinkers.
right?
So I'm thinking back and I'm realizing that this is one of my perspective issues, which is like there are some really bad stinkers.
yeah,
But I just love them so much.
yeah,
The
yeah,
craft,
yeah. It's
the
like
vibes.
it's yeah. It's
There's-
like almost hits old Star Trek levels where it's like, well, there's like it's like fun kitsch versus just it's bad.
Like there's an awful episode where the most annoying man alive, a two-headed alien comes down to Earth and gives him super strength,
Mhm.
just for fun to see what he'll do with it, and he spends 20 minutes being annoying.
That sounds pretty good.
And that's,
Okay, that
but
does sound
I
pretty
like
good.
it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I like that a lot. There's another one where a guy gets addicted to a slot machine, and then
Yeah,
the slot
yeah,
machine
yeah.
physically chases him down an alley, and it's like.
Now, what is that
like-
one getting
yeah,
at?
what does
on
that look
wheels.
like,
Interesting.
too?
But it's but it's stupid because it's not like it's like a guy. It's like the slot machine on its little legs is like scooting after him.
I like that. I mean, these both
Which-
sound pretty good.
And what does he
I
learn
like
from that? That to gamble?
I
is-
think he dies.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are
the
there, would you
gambler
say
dies.
that,
The big
But-
twist.
this Twilight Zone? I feel like are they parables? Would you say? Or
Some of them are.
Yeah.
They're some are written for fun and some are written as morals.
like the one.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
By the
Phone
sea,
call?
by the
Phone call?
seaside.
Phone call.
Yeah. I love when they roll out the new ringtones and you kind of figure out which ones you love.
Yeah. Which one
Which ones
fits
are
your
bad?
style?
Yeah.
I've had this one for years where it is got crossed over into like, this is a horrible sense that I get when I hear that noise. You know, there's nothing seaside about it. It's like the one in the Terran 10,000 feet. That's a parable about not drinking while you fly.
That's
There's
interesting.
there a lot of them were short stories, like science fiction short stories that were then adapted into
Okay.
screenplays.
Did they ever do like any Philip K. Dick? Did he
Yes.
lend his
Although I can't remember which.
Twisted
Well,
mind
really?
to-
Those?
I Sing the Body Electric. It was the one about a guy who like no,
Luke,
no,
turn
no.
your fucking
It was-
phone.
I thought I turned it off.
Luke's
I'm
phone
sorry,
keeps
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
buzzing. It is like it's like a robot mom. I think it's called I Sing the Body Electric. No, that's a Ray Bradbury. Okay, but I think they did a
Oh,
Philip K.
Bradbury
Dick.
did a handful, I think.
He
Yeah,
did a bunch.
yeah.
He did a
That's the
bunch.
one thing.
Did Hubbard
Um,
do any?
L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah.
No, I think by that time he was in his compound.
Oh, okay.
I think
He
by
was
the
very
60s he was
Yeah.
pretty well and truly
Okay.
like
Yeah, right. Right,
you know,
right,
the
right,
Lamb
right.
of God.
Right.
I think he was done with writing at that
Lamb of
point.
Xenu.
The Lamb of Xenu, as it were.
As it
We haven't
were.
had any Scientologists on the podcast yet.
Would you know?
That's fair. I don't think I would.
I've met so few, I think.
When I
Like,
first moved here, I lived like a block or two away from the Big Blue,
the Big Blue. Yeah.
Blue Scientologist building, and they were. I think they're out less now.
Yeah.
But I moved here in 2014, and they were like out there every
Yeah,
day,
they don't.
walking around the block, talking to you.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're pounding the pavement anymore. There was one point where they like knocked on our door at our apartment, and they were like, I forgot what name they said, but they were like, "Is Jessica here?" And we were like, "No, there's no one here by that name." And they were like, "Are you sure?" And we were like, "No, man, I don't know what to tell you."
Whoa.
It was creepy.
But they act. But that's how they're taught to act. Like everyone's an enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
know?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's if you're not part of the church, you're an enemy.
There's so many. Yeah, I don't know if you. I hope you get a Scientologist on here someday. You know, that'd be a get.
Yeah.
Because they don't like to talk about anything.
Yeah.
And even the ones, it's so weird. I was just looking this up the other day because like certain celebrities like Beck,
Yeah.
where like they won't even, and maybe it's just the nature of the church where they like have leverage against you. And
I think, well,
But, like-
Beck, I think it's like he got born into
He was,
it
like,
and
raised
basically
into it.
can't leave.
But then
Wait,
like
Ben
he
got born into Scientology.
yeah, his
Yes.
parents were big
Both his parents.
Scientologists.
And I think he's like tried, but then they've made it such a thing where he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to leave and I'm not going to do anything like for you.
I think that's the only thing.
Yeah,
that
But
you
so
do.
many
Yeah,
of
what were you
Just
going to
try
say about leverage?
Well, like so many of those people like Beck, there's just like this air of mystery about it and they won't like confirm or deny it.
Yeah.
because they can't.
Yeah.
Because I think they're clearly in a position of like, well, I don't want to come out publicly in favor of it because then everyone's going to think I'm insane.
they'll put you in a hole in the desert with all those ETs.
yeah.
Mhm. They'll
And
make
I-
you do Sea Org till you die.
Yeah.
And I can't come out against it because they'll kill me.
Yeah. So, cool.
Sea Org.
Sea Org.
They still doing that?
They are, yeah.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
still get the weird
I went
golden fringe.
I went to the Scientology Center when I was living in Chicago because I just wanted to hold those things.
What things?
The electrodes?
Oh,
Yeah.
the little.
I
yeah.
wanted them to check my thetans, but it was
Yeah.
so
You
clear.
actually went in and did the whole thing?
I did. I did the like Oxford personality analysis test, and I took this 100-question thing.
Yeah.
But then it was very clear that I was going to have to buy Dianetics for them to let me hold the things, and I was like, I think that I like can't actually cross the path into like
Of giving them money.
active.
so
like,
buying
fuck.
Diana, is that just the book?
Yes,
Is it
yeah,
book?
yeah. That's like the first book.
Yeah.
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 Did they try and keep you there? Or did
No, like many things, it ended up what was supposed to be a funny, shitty thing for a 22-year-old to do actually made me feel quite sad and
Yeah.
empty. And it was mostly just older people wearing little suit jackets being like, well, if you read about us online, they don't say very nice stuff on there. And I'm like, no, I haven't.
Going in and saying, I've never heard of Scientology.
yeah.
Tell me more.
I think that is part of it. I think literally because there's so many videos on TikTok. You were saying they're not pounding the pavement like they used to. I think part of that
Oh,
is
they
like
just moved
there's.
it.
I think there's just no. I think there's just so much shit that they know they're immediately going to get a video taken of them,
Yeah.
so they just don't do it anymore.
Yeah. There's
Sad.
nothing to be done.
Sad.
So they
really
just
sad.
they're just
the
trying to
state of
hold on to
Scientology.
Sad.
they're trying to hold on to what they have, maybe. And then just not lose that. So they're trying to stay quiet.
Now, Jesse, listen to this.
Yeah.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay, yeah.
Take you if I
BB
had
Mac?
one wish.
Is that BB
It's
Mac?
LFO.
Oh, that's LFO.
Girls walk by in the summer.
But let me see if
In the
BB Mac
summer.
featured on that.
I don't think they did.
Pull it up, Jamie.
They
I
were
don't
on
think-
the, busy on the London Eye. I don't know if Abercrombie and Fitch had a footprint in England.
It does now. I learned.
Does it?
It does. They
Really?
have a flagship
Now,
store.
Abercrombie and Fitch is our store for the day.
Yeah.
Shane, you picked the store.
I did pick the store.
Now, why did you pitch this store?
Well, I looked at the list, and there's a lot of great stores on there. And I looked at the list once, and I was kind of scratching my head. I was like, well, there's an Albertsons near me that I love, and then Tim Kalpakis did it.
Kalpakis
and
scooped
He
you.
covered the
He scooped,
cheesy toast bread, so he did a great job. Then I remembered that I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch for 3 months my senior year of high school.
Wow.
And so but I worked in the stock room.
Right.
They did not let me up front.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have some personal experience here. And then in preparing for this episode, I looked up the history of Abercrombie and Fitch, and holy moly,
It's crazy.
there's a lot going on there.
Now, I don't know about the history. I would love to learn about this.
Well, I mean,
I'm tabula rasa. I'm sucking it in.
Luke, do you know anything? I mean, what did you glean?
I gleaned that. Well, it was like an outdoors like specialty store that like Roosevelt and shit went to back in the day. Like, and they had the largest at one point. They had at least claimed to have the largest gun collection in the world. It was like before it was like
Is this
casual luxury.
FDR or like Theodore
Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay.
FDR probably, yeah. But
He wasn't.
he wasn't needed that much. But Theodore Roosevelt, yeah. So it was like Hemingway. There's like a rumor that the gun Hemingway killed himself with, he bought from Abercrombie and Fitch. It's like really crazy shit. Shade, please fill in.
It started in 1892. Yes, it was like they were Abercrombie and Fitch were like these two like adventurers.
Yeah.
/ businessmen.
Mm-hmm.
And they just started making their own apparel. I think one of them started and then brought the other in. And it was this extremely like upscale outdoorsman kind of place where it was like really exorbitantly priced things. At one point they printed, I think like 50,000 catalogs that cost like $1 each, and they like mailed them out and almost like bankrupted their company.
That's the first thing they did.
Yeah.
Like before they had any of the stores.
But then that was like enough to garner interest, and like rich people started shopping there. They had some huge footprint in like Manhattan somewhere where it was like a multi-level store that did have a shooting range.
Yeah.
And it was for the longest time just this like outdoorsy monolith. They interestingly, I read that they were also like the first sort of, I don't know, department store or like in 1910, they were the first store to sell men's and women's clothing. So I'm not saying this is a perfect company.
Yeah.
No, but there's funny little things.
No,
about
it's
it.
just interesting because they had this whole era of like this like weird history before they became this very strange fixture of the 2000s.
Yeah.
And Abercrombie and Fitch like the men I was reading, both died at age 64. I think Fitch moved to Santa Barbara, built a big, beautiful yacht. The yacht was finished. He got on the yacht, and like 2 days later, he died. The yacht was called the Content.
Wow. Well, that's kind of fitting, isn't it? I mean, yeah, he got, it's done.
He got on his boat called the Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm dead now.
And then Abercrombie built like some huge castle up on the Hudson.
Wow.
And
That makes
died
sense.
there.
Huh.
So just two strange men who loved,
I'd love to see the boat, and it's just
Waiters.
it's like a thorny piece of shit that just
I'm
sinks
imagining like the
immediately.
golden fang from Inherent Vice, you know, just a thing.
A big disgusting. Now here's a question. This just popped into my head. You say you're a really rich guy, and you got it, by the way, morally. You got the money somehow morally.
Right, you got it the right way.
Would you rather go route of big giant compound or luxury penthouse apartments in every major city in the world?
Oh, that's interesting.
Sorry, what was the first option?
Big crazy compound in the middle of nowhere, and I'm talking compound where there is enough staff where they have their own store on your property.
Oh my
That's
God,
nice.
the
You got-
compound sounds
You got your own
so
bucks.
good.
Your own bucks.
You get your own bucks, and they
Yeah.
get it for good behavior.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
exactly.
compound sounds so good, but so does having a home in every place.
I know.
Having like a nice place to be wherever you go
Yeah.
sounds so good. I think I'd take the penthouse. I think the compound, there's too much politics.
I'm surprised. I thought you would take the compound.
I
No,
think
the
about having
compound,
a-
there's almost no politics because you put the walls up.
And
Right.
and you run the politics.
Right, and maybe there is
the
one
politics
law
is
and
your
it is
king. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
only one law, and it is my word.
Yeah, exactly,
It's my
exactly.
command.
Shane,
I guess, yeah, okay, maybe I'm the king. I
Yeah.
like being the compound
I
king.
like Compound. I really enjoyed Minecraft circa like 2011. And
Uh-huh.
I would really, I built some beautiful places in there.
beautiful
for myself.
compounds,
Yeah.
beautiful prisons.
Yeah.
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 Oh, and I get a prison too?
If you
I mean,
want,
this
man,
gets
it's
better
your
and better.
compound.
Look
Yeah.
at this is
break,
beautiful.
you know,
Yeah.
just
A
like
holding area.
short term. Yeah. You know, before you can sort of send them out into the world.
Well, you've got your own security, so they're going to need they're going to need somewhere to place the
Like
detainees.
exotic zoo?
if you want.
You might find yourself in a hop frog situation,
Yeah.
my friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
might
my
have
God.
one of your, little staff members might not be looking too kindly upon you.
Come, Hop Frog. Look at my chandelier.
Yeah.
Look at my beautiful chandelier. More beautiful than you'll ever be.
That's,
You're not invited to the ball.
that's the risk you take when you sort of build your own kingdom. But
Yeah.
I would go compound. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds nice. I want acreage.
Yeah. We all
Um,
dream of acreage living in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
it'd be almost like and you could, if you have that kind of money for a compound, you can go full. Is it Barbara Streisand who
The mall in her house?
the mall?
Yeah.
yeah.
Streisand.
It's
That's
awesome.
nice.
I love Babs. I gotta give it up for Babs. She, Barbara Streisand, one of my favorite people.
I know that.
She knows
about
how to live.
Yeah.
She knows how to live. She's a fancy lady, and she ruined Carol Channing's life.
Is that so?
And what else could you ask from a woman?
Was Carol Channing a
this
reprehensible woman?
No, she was deserving of success. And I don't know.
Okay.
No, but it was a big so the big thing was when the Hello Dolly movie came out,
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand was cast as Dolly, even though Carol Channing had been sort of the Dolly on Broadway for years.
Mm.
Or and very successfully. And instead of giving it to Carol Channing, they gave it to a much younger, prettier woman, Barbara
Sure. Yeah,
Streisand,
yeah.
which was a big
Well, so it's
pe-
but
point of
you
conflict.
made it sound like somehow she did something to ruin her life.
Oh, and she sliced her Achilles tendon. That was with her teeth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't,
Oh,
that
So that she
must
could never
be
perform
accounted
or
for.
dance before.
That's
Right.
probably Channing was fine though. She had a beautiful life, right?
I
What-
guess.
You
I
don't
get-
need fame to have a beautiful life. That's what these celebrities don't understand. You could go back you could get out of the spotlight and still enjoy your life.
Cast
That
if
doesn't
they
sound right.
if
Like
Channing
Josh Hartnett.
like Josh Hartnett.
Well, he's
Or Rick Moranis.
He's kind of back in the spotlight.
Oh,
though,
shit, never mind.
With,
Rick Moranis actually probably doesn't want the fame because somebody cold clocked him in Central Park, right? He was gonna do a Honey I Shrunk. He was gonna do the new Honey I Shrunk.
He was going to do a Honey I Shrunk?
Yeah, but they were.
And then he got
He was
punched?
like, "We got to shoot it in Central Park because I don't want to." I think I may be completely wrong about this. And then he was out in public and somebody punched him in the face.
I think I've
Okay,
heard.
can you imagine punching Rick Moranis in the face?
Why would you do that?
He's got a very
That's not even his-
You'd really know who he was. You'd at least recognize him, no matter kind of who you are.
Yeah.
Now it'd be Honey I Shrunk the Grandkids with his old ass.
Yeah, dude.
I
Come
think
on.
that's quite literally the
Is
plot
that-
of the
that would seem
know
right.
they're bringing in Josh Gad for that one.
Yep. He's gonna play a big ant or something.
No, I think he's a Zelensky.
Oh, he's like the son grown up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him playing an ant.
That'd be
Now
fun.
that I think about it,
That'd be
Auntie
kinda
didn't
fun.
talk in
Sorry.
the original one, but I could get behind that.
Sorry, the family is called the Zelenskys?
Wayne Zelensky, yeah.
Okay, sorry. When you said he's a Zelensky, I thought about the president of Ukraine.
Yeah.
I was very confused
Damn.
for a
I
moment.
guess I've never crossed those wires in my brain,
Yeah.
but yes.
Yeah.
Huh. If they had shrinking powers, that war would be over in an
Yeah.
instant. If they were able to shrink the Russians.
That would be interesting.
God.
But then you could end up in a sort of downsizing situation. The only movie where Matt Damon kisses a woman who's asleep.
Does he do?
Yeah, he
Sorry.
does do that.
What is
That's my favorite fact
What's-
about downsizing.
what's the plot of downsizing?
The plot of downsizing is to save. Okay, so basically, you can get downsized. You can get Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and you can live. Your money is now worth like 100 times what it was when you were big because everything is miniature and you require less
That
food.
doesn't make any sense.
So they
sense.
make this
Yeah.
like essentially city for people where it's like if you downsize, you can live like a billionaire. But then it becomes this thing where it's like, well, there's still people who get downsized to be the working class of downsizing. And Matt Damon falls in love with this housekeeper woman, and then they're on a boat, and then he kisses her while she's asleep.
And that's the plot of the movie?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't see. I think the fatal flaw in that movie is you shouldn't try to tackle societal issues. I think you
No.
should just. It's fun to be small.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think
you know.
Yeah,
And you're
they could have had
at
a lot.
war
They
with
could have been
the
riding a
ants.
big
You could
ant.
ride a
Yeah.
bee.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
could ride a bee.
yes.
you could ride a bee and it would be like a great eagle.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I think that's better than societal
And you could play
ills.
the Brazil suite like they use in the Wall-E.
Oh yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, to see how the little people world works. You know?
Yeah. I
Dun,
like-
dun, 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 dun.
I only want movies about small.
Yep.
You know,
Movies should
Big is disgusting.
I'm over big. I
I'm
want
over
small
big.
movies.
Have we seen Inner Space?
Yes.
Oh, it
Was
rocks.
it? Wait, is that with Chevy Chase?
That's the one where they
No.
inject you into my blood.
It's
Martin-
with,
Martin
Quaid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Quaid.
Quaid.
Yeah, they inject him into. Well, then it gets. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
That's too small.
Really? Okay.
That's
That
almost
blood
scary
vessel
how
is too small.
That's too
Because then
small.
what are you eating?
I want to be like this.
Yeah.
I want to be like this.
You
and
want to
like,
be a little bigger than a Lego.
exactly.
Two Lego.
I want to be
minifigs.
two Lego men.
Two Lego minifigs.
Maybe big enough to punch a mouse
Yes,
'Cause
or
it-
ride one.
or ride one.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you don't want to be a
Mouse should be a mastiff to me. Mouse
That's
should
good.
be like a
Oh,
mastiff
so
size
you're
to
like
me.
a classic action figure size.
Yeah, that would make
that
sense.
seems good.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
And
to
then
me.
you
one-
can still have a lot of fun,
you could.
and
Oh,
you
I'd
can
be doing
sneak in a
all
lot of
you
sorts
can't
holes.
ride a bee, but you can sort of hang out with one or put
It could be
on
your
a
pet.
leash.
You can put it on a
it could be
leash.
a
Yeah,
pet.
you could ride. Could definitely ride a dog like Woody from Toy Story style.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
climb into a clock and Powerhouse starts playing.
That's good, yeah. Going around and around.
But then you might get stuck in the gears and you might get all twisted up.
I think that's actually pretty dangerous. You might really
I think it would feel good.
just work
I think
out
it
the
would feel
kinks in
good.
the back.
Yeah. Get me all stretched
God,
out.
You're
it's
not
a dream.
invincible.
Matt Rial and I have talked about the because I think he referenced Store specifically. He was like, I mean, they do a green screen show. We could always do a small podcast where we're just small.
Where we're tiny
Yeah,
and your voices are pitched up.
that's good too.
Whoa. Well, wait. Okay.
Well, we
wait,
could tie it to the camera angle. So if when we are in the perspective where you guys are filling the frame,
your
normal
normal
tone,
voice, but then when you're small, the
Oh,
voice
wide.
goes. And you
Yeah.
see that you're actually like in the middle of like a busy New York City intersection, but nobody knows.
And none of the tires are hitting you because the cars are too tall.
Yes.
Really good.
They're all driving over you.
This is a good idea.
Small,
you guys should
small
do this.
cast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should do the small cast.
Yeah, I would. It's a joy. I want nothing more than to sleep in a matchbox. Maybe a big matchbox, but
That'd be cool.
I think maybe it's because I'm a tall man, and
Mhm.
so much of my life, I feel too big for things.
How tall are you?
6'4".
It's tall.
It's pretty tall.
But I'm on planes. But I just want to be little. I want to be
Pull
a
up
little.
a cracker. That's your blanket. Little cracker.
A cracker for a blanket.
Yeah, why would that
Maybe
be
a
the
little piece
blanket?
of seaweed.
Okay.
What about
Yeah.
cheese? But you
Cheese?
slightly melt it so it form fits.
Yeah,
That's really
melted
nice.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seaweed would
Weighted
not be a
blanket.
good blanket. Man.
Seaweed would be a good
Crinkly.
blanket.
Cold as hell.
Crinkly.
What are you fucking
It'd
talking
be like a
about?
wet towel.
Yeah, if you wet it.
Oh,
if
I
it's
think
wet,
you're talking about dried seaweed.
I
right?
was basically talking about somewhat dried seaweed.
Somewhat dried.
It doesn't need to be nori. It doesn't need to be like crickly.
So you're
like,
talking fresh seaweed out of the ocean, but not wet.
not wet.
So it's washed up on the shore and you've dragged it to your
It's
shelter.
dried, fresh.
You leave it on the
ocean
sun.
Seaweed.
You let it on the sun for a day.
Yeah.
It would
So it's
smell
not-
fucking insane.
It
Smell
wouldn't
like-
smell
smell
fucking insane. You'd be able to like clean it or like
Could your
wash
nose
it.
even do smells? Would smells, if you're small, would they be stronger or weaker?
I
Yeah,
think they
it'd be-
might be so strong it
It'd be
hurts
so
you.
you'd blow up.
You'd blow up. If you smell a
if
candle.
if you smelled a whole pie on the windowsill,
Yeah, you go
Yeah,
crazy.
you die.
Maybe that's why mice are so crazy for cheese. They got the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
tiny
yeah,
noses.
yeah,
They
yeah.
smell it. They go crazy.
They don't know. They don't know.
Yeah. Seaweed would be a good
No, it
blanket.
would not.
What would be a blanket for a tiny man if not a seaweed?
Little piece of cloth, piece of
I
a
was going
sweater.
to say
That's
sort of a
cheating.
regular blanket is,
Yeah.
Like a sock?
It's
a
we don't.
Kleenex?
It's just because you're small doesn't mean you use all different stuff.
oh my God, crawling into a sock
hold
sounds
on.
nice.
That's fucking crazy. Just because you're small
You gotta
doesn't
see
mean
downsizing, man. They've got the same
You
stuff.
got- First off, I
Get
don't
on
need
board.
to see
They've got the
downsizing.
same
I
stuff,
don't need to
but
see
small.
downsizing. It's bullshit. Downsizing is leftist.
is bullshit.
It's leftist woke bullshit. It's propaganda. First off,
we haven't
For
gotten
getting
into this. but
small?
You're
for
finally
get-
gonna learn.
smallness and stuff.
yeah.
No, well, the whole thing is it's
When you're small, a pin needle is a sword.
yes,
yeah,
I agree.
How
with
much
that.
does a sword cost?
Well, it's
Seaweed
a
is your-
fencing sword.
How much-
Seaweed is your blanket. Cotton ball is your pillow. Need I go on?
Cotton ball.
Spools
I'll
is
give you
your-
cotton ball as pillow, but seaweed is blanket.
I don't
chair
see,
is a
you're,
spool.
you're trying to work backwards to justify seaweed as blanket, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. You could pick anything,
I
even if you're
think-
going that way.
I think, look, and it's happened to all of us. You were thinking of what could be a blanket, and the first thing you said was seaweed, and I think you know it's not a good blanket,
digging
and now
yourself in.
you're just leaning
Name
in.
anything that would be better. And cloth, you
Kleenex.
can't just Kleenex is a great answer.
Kleenex is literally perfect.
It's right there.
But there's all sorts of different kinds of blankets already, so little guys could have different kinds of
Paper
blankets.
Little
towels.
guys could have different kind of. In one, someone's going to pick a seaweed. If
Yeah,
I'm
someone's gonna pick a
if me
seaweed.
and my small friends are looking at things for blankets, they say, "Why don't you take the seaweed?" I'm saying, now, what kind of friends are these?
Yeah, you're getting
Maybe a
fucked.
beach little guy lives with the crabs. He's living in the crab
You
shed.
want to live near crabs when you're little?
He's friendly with them. He understands how they live. He walks sideways like they do. They think he's one of them.
I was
Shit.
really excited to come on this show, but this is incredibly hostile.
You would get eaten by a crab so fast it'd make your fucking head spin because you get chopped off.
They might not even eat you. They might just chop and walk
Yeah.
away.
You're like nothing to them.
You don't know the first
You can
thing
wa-
about small.
The beach little smalls, the beach tribe of little smalls are friends with the crabs. And they're in the shells.
So they're sea people.
they're not sea. They're
They
just
also
small.
have towels at the beach. You could just
Even-
use part of a towel.
even big guys who are out at the ocean, they're not friends with the crabs.
No.
Yeah. And here's what, sorry,
Because you wouldn't be able to understand.
I think I got to defend Jesse here. I think,
Okay.
actually, no, never mind.
Oh, good.
Because I don't think they'd be friends with the crabs. I think they would have subjugated the crabs. The way
Either
we
they,
sort of
or they are
subjugated.
being subjugated by one
No,
of the
they're
two.
not getting what? You
Yeah,
think
what are you crabs
you
gonna
get
do? No, you're
subjugated
right.
by a
Yeah.
I think. Well, here's my thought, though. I think if you're sort of exhibiting dominion over the crabs,
uh-huh.
you have to be at least 11 inches tall.
right.
And at that point, why even small?
Yeah, then
At
you're
that
just
point,
like a
yeah.
because that's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, you're definitely using a handkerchief as a blanket, not a seaweed.
Yeah, at that
That's
point you're
also a
just
good
a
blanket.
little
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
You-
a glasses cloth.
glasses cloth would be
Microfiber.
so comfortable. Oh my god. Do you give up on the seaweed thing?
No.
Okay.
No,
All
I'll
right.
never give up.
Sound off in the comments whether you think Jesse's wrong about this.
Piece of sea.
Piece of seaweed. We understand.
I don't care how big or small you are. Seaweed is not a good blanket.
One of the.
One of the worst things you could at all consistencies. Dry, it tears apart. Wet, it smells disgusting and it's cold. It literally isn't good in any
A little
form.
guy could use a piece of seaweed as a blanket. I
Are
don't know
you
what to
thinking
tell you.
specifically about SpongeBob?
No, not specifically
He has
thinking
a
about
regular bed.
SpongeBob.
Because he could use it as a blanket.
I think even SpongeBob uses a regular blanket
That's
and
a
he
really
lives
good point.
under the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was under the sea.
In a pineapple of all things.
Yeah.
So living in pineapple, already using organic matter as sort of a,
And even he,
he does not use seaweed.
No.
I don't know if we have a picture of SpongeBob's bed, but I'm pretty sure it's a really
Two
nice little.
mattresses.
I think it's a nice little quilt.
yeah,
He
and
lives.
he's got two
that's
mattresses.
like a fantastical world where anything's possible. That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about a world where small people understand the crabs and have sort of a.
Yes. So blanket would be seaweed. Bed
Three
is
at
mattresses.
three mattresses.
the bed is a
He's a king.
I guess he doesn't even have.
No,
blanket.
he has the pig blanket he puts on when he's sleeping and his toes come out, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, he does have a blanket that he puts over that. Yeah,
Wow.
he
Yeah.
does. So what would be the bed? Piece of soap?
At the sea.
Soap?
I'm done, man.
There's literally sea sponges.
yeah, literally.
If you're gonna go with the sea, go with the sponge.
Hold on. Why are you obsessed with the sea now? You're obsessed with
Because
this
I'm,
ocean.
no,
You're
I'm,
obsessed
I'm
with the
going with
sea.
you. You're talking about the little people
I'm
by
talking
the
about
sea.
being little. I'm not talking about being in the ocean. I'm saying that you could use, some little people do live near the ocean.
Sand.
Sand is
Sleep
You
on
a
could
sand.
literally, sand would be a better blanket. You,
ever
could
do
bury
that-
yourself in
You
sand.
ever do that thing on the beach where you got the towel and you sort of scoop out a little spot
Yep.
for your butt, a little spot,
Yep.
make a little put a little mound for your head, and suddenly it's better than a Serta.
Yeah.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you admit it?
No.
All right.
This is
No.
All right.
Idiotic.
No, it's not idiotic.
We'll be back with more stores.
Oh, did you see they're doing a small wife TV show?
They're doing a small wife TV show.
The Littlest
What?
Wife. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Who's in it? It's Matthew McFadden
Sorry, what is the plot of
and I think Elizabeth Banks.
What is this?
He shrinks his wife.
Why?
What?
It's an accident, of course. Small wife.
The
miniature wife.
Holy shit.
The miniature wife.
I
this
completely
is-
forgot
This
about
is
this.
extremely peacock coded, I will say.
Oh,
that.
absolutely. And you're going to see she's going to get small.
She better not.
He works at a lab, of course. And you see that? So we're seeing corn shrink down to...
He's shrinking a corn. He just
And
shrunk
now-
a corn.
Uh-oh.
And now he's... No, Lindy, you just got sprayed with the shrinking gas. Oh!
Yeah.
This is insane.
This is a TV show?
It's strange, though, because they have a model of... Or maybe he shrunk down an entire house? I don't know. What I don't like about this trailer... What I don't like about this is that she's sort of reacting to his loud voice. I don't want to think about that.
No,
That-
no,
I don't like it when little-
That should not be a
I
factor.
can't think about that at all.
I don't like it when little guys react to a loud sound.
Yeah,
Because
no. Just deal with it. Like,
'Cause
I
it's-
understand.
Look at that!
She just got pushed over by the voice.
He sort of hollered.
'Cause
And she
is it-
flew back?
Is it true that a small person would be completely obliterated by loud music? They would just
Oh, but
turn
that-
into mush. Then yes,
Yes,
that's true.
yeah,
Yes, they would.
It would blow your
It would
eardrums
kill you
out.
and turn you
You'd
into
have bleeding
mist.
eardrums.
But I don't want to think about that.
What I did like is it did show her in a coffee cup, sort of perched in a coffee cup, drinking from a smaller coffee cup.
Yeah. I
That's
like
cute.
that. I
That's
like
good.
that.
That's
It did
nice.
sort of look like she was in a cage in one of the shots, though.
Maybe she was acting up,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't know what kind of guy he is in this show, if he's the kind of guy who put his wife in a cage.
We're still watching this on mute, and they tried to make the corn go big again, and the corn broke.
Yeah.
So
that's
this
why
is-
he can't do it
Yeah,
to his
yeah.
wife.
Because his wife would turn into the corn.
Oh man, she's killing.
She's using
fly.
she's
Yeah,
using
she was
a
using a
She
pin.
was using a
Yeah.
pin as
As a sword.
Yes. So
Oh,
that
and we
is
got some
confirmed.
Roomba action.
She's really fucking small. I'll tell
This
you
is
that.
too
quite
small.
small.
This is
She-
too small.
Yeah.
And I believe this is it's a series, not a movie.
That's what I was saying. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you
Your
mean
wife.
it's a series?
We're living in Los Angeles. I mean, I really can't imagine being wowed by the pitch for Miniature Wife. You know, does
Well,
that
it's been a
sound
while
like
since
not
they
a
did
brick-
a little movie, though, a small.
Not a brand new idea.
No, but if you got McFadden on board, and
Yeah,
Elizabeth,
yeah, you got
you know
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth Banks is probably bankrolling this.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like the Pitch Perfect series.
Yeah,
What would a car be for a little guy?
that's
RC car,
Yeah.
man.
What?
I mean,
I think
it's
it's
just
kinda
right
right
there.
there.
Look
It's
at
right-
me like that.
I-
The fucking look
They
in your
literally-
eye,
they
the way
literally-
that you talk to me is
It's-
so fucking
it's
humiliating.
insane.
sort of. I think
The
the,
way that you
first
treat
toy
me-
they ever made, was a little car
God, man.
outside of stick and hoop.
You're treating me like I'm a moron.
I mean,
You're
if
treating
you
me
can,
like I'm
She
an
was also
asshole.
on a little model train.
Yeah.
That can get you
I mean, there's
places.
Well,
So-
I didn't say train. I said car.
it would be a car. I mean, I don't even know what a question to ask. Jesse.
roller skate, even if you really needed to think
I've
outside the
had-
box.
I've had such a crazy day.
His car wouldn't start, and he's making it all our problem.
You got cars on
Yeah,
the
he
brain.
doesn't know about cars. The one thing that should be top of mind.
Well, I was just asking a question, and suddenly it's a problem, and suddenly everyone's yelling at me.
What would cars be like for little people? I mean, what? Sometimes things are better left unsaid.
I want you to look me. Leave me alone, okay?
Okay.
I need you to leave me the fuck
Okay.
alone.
All right.
Abercrombie and Fitch. Of
Abercrombie
course.
and Fitch. Is there a association that you have with Abercrombie and Fitch,
So-
like to a specific type of person?
Yes. So
Like
a
a vibe of person.
As I said, I worked there in my senior year of high school. But before that, I don't know. When did you guys graduate high school?
2013.
Okay, I graduated in 2004.
Oh.
Whoa.
So like in junior high, Abercrombie and Fitch I was never part of the jock crowd,
Yeah.
you know? But like junior high, early high school was sort of peak. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it kept going. Maybe I just stopped paying attention to it,
It
after
did.
high school.
I can tell you it did.
But-
At least where I grew up.
That was sort of the burgeoning era of Abercrombie being like, these are like, you know, I'd have certain friends in junior high and then they'd start going to Abercrombie and be like,
Preps.
what's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were like preps, but they were also like the crowd. Like, I didn't go to cool parties in high school. I wasn't drinking and kissing, and they were. You know, and I was like, I guess that's how you do it.
That was kind of my association also. In my neck of the woods, it was like lacrosse. It was like the lacrosse.
Yes, the lacrosse kid. Same with me. Yeah. I mean, I went to all boys preparatory school, and it was I would say Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister were mainstays of like the most cretinous little devils of my
cretinous
school.
little devils.
Yeah, I mean, it really is the, you know, I went to Abercrombie and Fitch at the Galleria, and I was like, wow, I'm getting horrible sense memories for the kind of people that wear these clothes, if I'm being honest with you. Saw a hat that said Nantucket on it and went, oh, God.
But that wasn't, but the clothes aren't bad, right? Am I crazy?
I feel like I've seen people talk about how the clothes from like the early 2000s are actually very well made for Abercrombie and a lot of like fast fashion. And now they're just
comparatively to shit now. Yeah.
It's hard for me to separate sort of the societal implications and like the vibes of Abercrombie in the early 2000s, where I was someone who was like, fuck that place. I don't, you know.
Same. And they'd only hire, it wasn't the whole thing. They would only like, they got in trouble a couple of years ago because like people like basically sued the shit out of them. Basically, like they would only let white hot people work in the front of the store.
I didn't dig too deep on it, but the guy who sort of like, because it basically, as you know, as we mentioned, it kind of started out as this big like sports outdoorsman, sort of Teddy Roosevelt vibes, and then it slowly kind of declined through like the 70s, and then I think in the late 80s, that one guy, I forgot his name, but he
turned it into what
revitalized it and turned it into what it was, and he was sort of accused of sex trafficking and. I think he was like hauled before a trial. I don't know what happened with him. I think he was basically like, I have dementia, and they were like, all right, you can go home. But,
that's a good out.
They call it.
That's a good out to just say I'm crazy.
Yeah, but he was the one who was like, let's get a bunch of hot young children outside. You know, like sort of a creep.
Yeah,
I hate. I look. I'll say it. It's so. Maybe it's it is the sense memories. But I walked in there and I went, I fucking hate this place.
The vibe is
sorry.
It was tough to get over the vibe. It is difficult to get past that. I don't know if that's even. I don't know if that's even a problem because it's like with Hot Topic as an example. It's like. The vibe of Hot Topic is the whole thing. Yeah. It's not like I'm going to be like, the vibe of Hot Topic is one thing, but what about the quality of the shirts? Right. It's like, it's what it is.
I will say too, going to Abercrombie and Fitch now, it's like, but like from the clientele, the people working, with clientele people working there, very different than what I remember it as, which is super hot people working in the front, like blah, blah.
Because they got in trouble.
Yeah, now it just feels like a fucking, like it is now just a store. It's just a brand. It feels like.
I'm not super familiar with, but I know they had like a big brand overhaul like in the past 5 years or so, because I heard numerous people at points being like, Abercrombie's actually, they're like doing good stuff. They got good stuff. And I've walked past it. I know you asked me to go there for this episode and I didn't, but I was there.
Guy says he's a fan of the podcast. Didn't even do the one thing we asked. Okay.
We don't usually ask people to go. We ask them to pick. You do?
I always tell them like, if you can, it would be no. I mean, I'm kidding. People do, but I say if you can go, if you haven't been recently.
I want to be clear. I was in the store within the past couple months.
Oh, okay.
That's enough.
But I wasn't, like preparing for the podcast, sort of taking notes. But my wife had something that she wanted me to return. And that's one of my favorite husband activities is just returning things.
Mm-hmm. Hard to fuck it up. That's so nice.
Yeah, it's really fun. But I did go in there and the vibe, it was just like, we sell jeans and sweatshirts.
And it's, and there's like a little of the, like there was a hat that said Nantucket on it. And that is the item. And that's the item I'm fixating on because I feel
keep
like
mentioning it.
It really is just sort of, again, the worst people I knew from my childhood.
Yeah. And I guess
Nantucket.
And I guess a hat would be like part of an acorn.
Thimble. It'd be the thimble from Monopoly.
Or a little piece of acorn.
Yeah, I think if you're a sort of naturalist.
A little piece of an acorn.
Does it still smell crazy in there?
Door is a piece of bread.
I actually wasn't hit with a wall of scent when I went in there.
They do still sell in the very front. They had the fragrances though.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, but they didn't.
So did you go in for this episode?
I did because I hadn't been in. I mean, frankly, there is a chance that's the first time I have ever been in an Abercrombie and Fitch because it really is like so related to me to the people I liked the least growing up a bit, So
what was the smell?
Oh, at least for when I graduated high school around you.
Yeah.
for me, my sense memory is I never went in Abercrombie, but I remember walking past it and smelling very, very strongly whatever scent they were currently pushing, like overwhelming, like
They were constantly
Also
like,
cologne.
I think they were constantly
Cologne.
like spraying this clothes and
right.
I don't know what else. Hollister did that too.
Okay, yeah.
That was the
hate it.
era of Axe body spray.
Do you guys ever regret not getting a treat like 5 days later?
Yes.
Because I was at the airport coming back to LA this past week and walked past a Cinnabon and didn't get a Cinnabon that I really wanted. And I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about that airport Cinnabon that I
think
didn't.
about that.
Was it the smell that pulled you in? Is that why your brain has gone to this now?
Yeah.
Is this when you landed?
I think I was leaving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I was
'Cause-
leaving because I got to the airport wicked early because I thought that there was going to be a crazy delay because of all this because the TSA
Yeah.
like labor shit.
Mhm.
But then I got through and I had 2 extra hours.
That's nice.
Do you ever-
I go crazy with airport snacks. You gotta treat yourself.
I went to
Yeah.
the
A nice Jamba Juice.
I went to the Arby's in the airport.
Okay.
That was actually really good.
Yeah, Jesse's
was
really
actually
been
nice.
drumming the
Arby's is-
of the Arby's. He's really
Arby's
been
is back.
It was just this one trip. I haven't been to Arby's in I don't know how long.
Have you?
but-
I've never had a beef and cheddar.
Oh, it's so good.
I think I've had it.
Is it good?
I think I've had
It's
it once in my
good.
life.
I don't know.
I think I've had it once in my life.
What did you get?
I got the nuggets. I got the tenders.
Oh, okay. That does feel a bit different.
It
I
feels
feel
like-
like the Arby's tenders have like a nice sort of smoky spice to them or something. Or,
No, they're
No.
pretty basic, but the honey mustard's good. The
Horsey
barbecue sauce
sauce.
is good, and I think the tenders were pretty good. I think they were well shaped, not too much breading, pretty nice to eat. I think they were pretty good. And I talked to the guy at the Arby's at the airport,
Okay.
and I said to because there was nobody at the Arby's, the Chick-fil-A right next to it was packed.
Which airport is
And
this? Which
this
airport
was
has
B-
an Arby's?
BWI.
Okay.
And there was nobody at the
Baltimore.
fucking
Yeah.
Arby's. And so I don't know. I waiting for the food, and I guess I was striking up conversation because they seemed so bored back there, and I was like, "How's it?" Because I was curious what it's like working at the airport. So I was like, "How's it like working at the airport?"
Yeah.
And the guy just said, "It's horse shit," and didn't follow it up with anything. And I had to wait 5 seconds and then go, "How so?"
But did he
And then
tell
we-
you?
Yeah, well, he just started complaining about like it's like the commute is fucking nasty. You have to park in a specific place.
Yeah.
The main issue I think is that it's like
At
it's
the
an extra 90 minutes on either side of every shift
Yeah.
just to get in and out of the airport. It sucks, and they don't pay you for that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's ass. It's horse shit. He was right.
He's horse shit.
Yeah.
Horsey sauce shit.
Horsey sauce shit.
My Abercrombie memory, my primary Abercrombie baby.
My primary Abercrombie baby.
I lived in a really, really, really borderline impoverished South Texas town when my dad was finishing up his time in the Air Force, and then when he retired, we moved to a like middle upper class town in Maine, where also some extremely rich people lived. But in the place I'd lived in Texas, exclusively the conversation around Abercrombie was where you could get good Abercrombie bootlegs across the border because we lived like 2 miles from Mexico.
Whoa.
So so people would go over to Acuna and they would get like knockoff Abercrombie, and that was just what you did. So then when I got to Maine, trying to make conversation with all these people wearing Abercrombie around me because it's like a very fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
was like, so where do you guys get your bootleg Abercrombie stuff?
Canada. They got their little over the border operation going.
Yeah, and that really alienated me from these people.
God, man. Yeah. No, we don't get bootlegs.
Bootleg.
Yeah.
Did you ever get any bootlegs? You got bootlegs?
I got TV and stuff like from across the border, which was sick because they had Dragon Ball GT way before us in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like watching I was like 5 arcs ahead on all
You
the
were watching
anime.
subs or it was like, yeah.
It was a Spanish dub.
Finished up.
So you didn't know what
you
was
didn't really
going
know
on?
Yeah.
Listen, you pick up Goku,
Goku,
Yeah.
Gohan,
Krillin.
Krillin,
Kind of
Cell.
piece it together.
kind of figure it
Cell's
out.
not
yeah.
really in
That's
GT.
baby. That's super baby too.
Yeah.
You basically understand what's going on.
Gogeta.
Gogeta.
Well, I working at the airport feels similar. So I did work at Abercrombie for 3 months.
Yeah. What was it
Really?
like?
It was so at the time I had this attitude of like, fuck that place. It was my senior year of high school, and two of my friends, like, you know, I was working jobs in the summers, and I didn't really work during the school year. But and I was like, you know, senior year, I wanted some money. And my friends were like, we got jobs at the stockroom at the Abercrombie at Woodfield Mall, which is one of my beloved. It's a mall in Schaumburg, Illinois, that I think is one of the most beautiful malls in the world. So I was like, yeah, sure, you know, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And there was like no interview process. They clearly had like a demarcation of people who work in the stockroom versus people who are allowed to go up front.
Right.
And we were like the three stockroom goons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You were the hop frogs of this.
We were the hop frogs of
Yeah.
the Abercrombie.
Did you recognize a beauty disparity between the hop frogs and the nobles?
Yeah, the people up front, and the mall was a little closer to one of our rival high schools. So the people working up front were sort of the Abercrombie class from a school that we weren't super familiar with. So we didn't know these people.
Okay.
But we had this like weird little glimpse into the sort of social pool of another high school.
Peering out from the stockroom through a slit in the door.
They would like come back to get stuff to put up front. You know, like these
and you would recoil
fellow
from
high
the light.
schoolers. Well, they were like kind of fascinated with us. They'd be like, "So, what high school do you guys go to?" And then, like, sometimes I remember specifically them like calling up their friends from up front, and they'd be like, to me specifically, I guess there was a footballer on their high school team named Poz, P-O-Z, I think, and they all gathered around me. They're like, "Doesn't he look like Poz the Beast?" And they're all like, "Yeah, that kid looks like Poz the Beast," and they all just called me Poz the Beast.
He's Poz the Beast.
But it was always
Pause the
we
beast.
felt like
Pause the beast.
little animals in a zoo,
Yeah.
the way they sort of observed us.
Right.
And we didn't do a ton of work back there. There was no schedule. Maybe it was a looser time for Abercrombie.
You would just show up sometimes?
We would show
and work hours?
So our manager was this guy named JT. It was like November 2003, like the height of like Fallout Boy, and he did have big like Fallout Boy energy. And he also did not seem like an Abercrombie guy.
Huh.
I remember him telling us he would always call us little fuckers. He was probably like 20.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
like
yeah.
some old guys.
Yeah.
But he'd always be like, "Sup, you little fuckers." And he also didn't go up front very much, but he would tell us, he'd be like, you know, they want you, you know, they prefer that you buy their clothes and wear them here. And we were like, we're not going to buy the clothes.
Yeah.
He'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah.
So there was no schedule. We'd hang out back there and just like, and a lot of Abercrombie clothes are these like little tiny shirts, like very like little girl shirts, and like very hard to fold, and you had to put like the security things on them. Sometimes you get a box and you'd open it up and it'd either be like boy shirts or girl shirts. Boy shirts were great because you could fold them easily and they were huge. Girl shirts, sometimes there was like a weird sort of nether zone up at the top of the stock room. And sometimes if we got a box of girl shirts, we'd be like, there's like 500 shirts in this box.
Yeah.
And we'd just like chuck the box up into an area where no one could ever find it. You just show up, you'd fold shirts all day. They did not want you going up front. We'd just put on music. I remember one day specifically, one of my friends bought in a huge tube of cookie dough. And we just put on like some Belle and Sebastian, and we were just chowing down on cookie dough.
I mean, this is 2003 or 2004, where it's like, I have to imagine Abercrombie's in the money at this point.
Oh,
Yeah. So they're making so much money that this store could be run like that, and it doesn't fucking
doesn't
matter. 'Cause
matter.
The band is
They
still
did
so
not
high.
give a shit. It
Yeah.
was crazy. The
Man.
two like I only worked there for 3 months, and none of us quit. We just kind of stopped going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the two memories I have that will stay with me forever. One, there was one day where JT came in, and he looked like he was crying, and we were like, "What's going on with JT?" And we were like, "What's going on, man?" He was like, "Elliott Smith fucking died, man." And we were like,
my God.
"Oh
my God.
And then he put on Elliott Smith. I think that was maybe the first time I was aware of Elliott Smith.
Wow.
That might have been it. JT at Abercrombie.
That's
cluing me into that.
that's a great way to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one is that the other manager who really didn't sort of oversee us, I forgot her name. It was something like Christine or something, but she was like a student teacher, kind of had like Reese Witherspoon vibes. And I remember one day I was, I think JT was eating an apple that he got at Nordstrom or something. You ever been to the Nordstrom cafe that they have?
The cafe.
Nordstrom for a while. I don't know if they still do it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they still do, but I know what you're talking about.
Nordstrom
Yeah, it
had-
might just be Starbucks now, honestly.
Or
is this like a full restaurant?
It was, I think it was a restaurant. You would sit down. Marshall Fields also kind of had that going on for a while. But JT was eating an apple and Christine was like, "Is that good?" And he was like, "What do you, yeah, it's just, I just got it from the cafe over there." And she was like, "I've never had one." And he was like a Red Delicious? And she was like, "No, I've never had an apple." And then she took a bite of it and she was like, "That's really good." And I was like, "Is this a bit? What's going on here?"
I've never had an apple.
It's crazy.
That feels like a legitimate hard food to never have as an American growing up in
It's
like
crazy.
How would you
school.
never have an
Like an apple is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, even it's like, because she was probably like what, 20 as well, or
She had to be about 20, yeah. Maybe early 20s.
That's nuts.
That's really
apple.
crazy. I feel like if I met a 10-year-old who had never had an apple, I'd be like, "Oh, well, you should have an
You
apple."
should have
It's
an
sort of
app.
a dog tooth situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
My friend Jeff, his mom just never made him do stuff he didn't want to do. So he hadn't eaten a banana until he was 20. So we got video of him eating his first banana.
can I
It was
say-
Did
great.
he like it?
No, it was so
I feel like
It goes
having
in
a
his
banana
mouth.
for the first time as an adult, it might be a little jarring.
I think I would be
They're
shocked.
quite
It's not
strange.
like
I
anything
think I would
else.
be really shocked.
Because that feels more likely to me than apple. I just want to say, but please keep going.
Oh no, he's got the banana in his mouth and he goes, "It's soft."
He thought it would be hard like the outside.
You might think it'd be like an apple.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
crunch
yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, even if he hadn't had a banana, like
Weird
thinking that it was
texturally.
crunchy is so strange. He'd never seen someone eat a banana or anything happen to a banana.
Can I just? I really want to go back on this. I'm like, because you said they kind of looked at you as zoo animals.
Yeah.
The guys in the front.
Yeah.
I got to imagine it was a big day for them when the hop frogs in the back were eating cookie dough and playing weird music.
We were having a lot of
I mean,
fun.
that must have been
Yeah.
like the bet. They're like, what are they doing?
We were having,
there? Yeah,
we
looks
really
like-
felt like we were getting away with highway robbery.
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
barely doing any work.
Yeah.
We were just back there. No one was really checking in
That's
on us.
great.
JT was crying over Elliott Smith. The other lady's kind of like,
She doesn't know where she is.
she doesn't know what's going on. We found out later that she got fired and maybe arrested because she was always talking about her nephews.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Oh, my nephews are coming to town." And we found out she was stealing thousands of dollars of merchandise for her nephews.
From the Abercrombie?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice for the
So
nephews.
this,
Well, it's good for the
yeah,
nephews.
nice for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 months of Abercrombie, and it was just
Wow.
such a wild time in my life.
Yeah.
Did they have
I-
a separate entrance for you?
They did.
Okay.
That was the other
Goddamn.
neat thing about it. Which, well, I don't know if
Sorry,
the other.
they had a separate entrance for the hop
The
frogs.
surface
Well,
entrance.
I don't
It
know.
was
if-
only yay high. You had to
Yeah.
go and
I
stoop.
know, you had to crawl on your knees. No, I think I don't know if the upfronts had the ability to just walk in through the store, but
The
it was a
up-
mall.
Calling
So-
them the upfronts
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
really chilling as well.
but it was a mall, so and it was my childhood mall. So I got to like, it was a thrill for me to be able to like,
See the
I get to
indoor-
go through the bowels of Woodfield Mall.
Yeah.
That to me was really fun.
And it's that kind of mindset that made you perfect for a hop frog roll.
Yeah, kind
Because
of.
you like the bowels.
Yeah.
Where the upfronts they could care less. They're like
they
being
would be
seen.
shocked by the boiler bilges and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
all of these steam vents sort of
Yeah, yeah,
shooting
You
yeah.
off.
walk past the garbage chute, you get a nice big waft. Of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the incinerator hatch
All the
clanging
mnemonic
open and
tubes,
closed.
sending all the notes between businesses.
yeah, and that's where you're most comfortable.
I
Yeah.
like it back there.
Yeah.
I like it back there. I also, in my high school years, I also worked at a baseball stadium and also like in the bowels, the
That's
back.
fun.
It's fun to.
yeah. To see
I
the
really
back
like
stuff.
that. I love. I worked at a Starbucks for a while, and like it was by a train station, and I remember it was the train tracks went like right by the Starbucks, and I remember like being out there in like 10-degree weather with a bag full of like wet trash, just steaming, you know, throwing it in the dumpster as the train went by. And I was like, this is fucking living.
That's
man.
there's
You know?
something to it.
Yeah, there is something to
I like
it.
that. I like
There's
that.
something nice about it.
The other like beautiful detail of the time I worked, right when we were working there in those 3 months, there was an article that came out specifically highlighting the fact that Abercrombie, the term they used was they relegate their less bodacious employees to the stockroom. And we cut it out and we hung it up in the back. Yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
And on top of everything else, they're like, you're flat chested too. You
Yeah.
got
That
no
sucks.
boobs at all.
Yeah.
But we
That's
were happy,
brutal.
you know, we were happy with our station there. We liked it.
It doesn't sound like a bad gig. It sounds like something I would like to do now. Like that would be a better job than this.
You crave organizing and cleaning
I
as
do.
a job. I know this about you.
I crave it very, very deeply.
Yeah.
If it paid what this paid, then
Yeah.
I would just do that.
It's nice
But-
to fold.
It's nice to
It's nice to
fold.
fold.
I dream in my sleepless nights. I dream about being the guy putting sodas on grocery store shelves.
Well, there's something I loved jobs like that because we're all in like a creative, we do creative things for a living, and creative work is fun. But you're also like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Yes.
And a job where you have like this
Yes.
is a thing you have to do. You have to put these 100 things over here. There's like to know what to do. Like recently, I was up at a print shop up in Burbank. I forgot what it's called, but it's Color Images or something. And everyone at the print shop, I was like, look at how beautiful this is. Someone comes in and says, I need this. And they go, we've made
Here it
this
is.
thing for you. And we know what we're doing
Here
and
it
what
is.
you need. And we've
It's
done
complete.
it. I think it's lovely.
I've done my
It
job.
was a joy to work.
When you're unloading the truck at like a Target or whatever,
Yeah.
eventually the truck's empty.
Yeah.
Eventually the truck has no more boxes in it. The boxes are all open. The things are on the shelves.
Yeah.
Your work for the day is done.
Have
You
we
guys-
talked about fronting yet?
What's fronting?
Fronting is a duty. So when I worked at the grocery store, it
Oh,
is
when
the
you-
most fun duty. Yes, it's when you pull everything forward and face it forward.
Yeah.
So like, because
my
people take stuff
God.
off the shelves. So like, if it was slow and nobody was in the store, I would walk around and I would front, and it feels so good to turn every.
Bro, I'm
aisle
doing that
into,
on
like-
my own. I'm doing
Yeah.
that without being asked.
I do it now.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like if an employee is near me and they see me doing it, I'm like,
if
don't,
I'm
don't-
listening,
don't look at me.
if I'm listening to a podcast and I'm in the grocery store and I got a couple extra minutes, I'm fixing the
You're just
mustards.
pretending you work at the
I'm
grocery
fixing
store.
the
You're fixing
mustards.
the
I'm not
mustards.
pretending that I'm working at the grocery store, but I'm like, I might as well clean up these mustards. Why not?
Grocery store is kind of the one job that I never had growing up that I was like, I could do well there.
Do you know how pleasing it is to see all the mustards in a row?
It is nice.
You know, you're shaking your head.
I'm trying to empathize with you guys.
You
I
don't
gotta
like
be
this?
honest.
You don't like this?
I like this is so far from my lived experience of anything I want to do, anything that I have done.
Well,
I
you're
have-
the motherfucker and they're making a mess of everything.
yeah,
What are you
fucking
doing to those
shove-
mustards?
You're fucking shit up,
I'm
and you're
leaving
like, I'm a
You're
job
knocking the
creator.
mustards
I'm
over.
leaving. I say not my job.
You're
then I
taking
spit on it.
you're taking the 12-pack of soda to a different aisle, realizing you don't actually want it, and leaving it
You
in
know
like
what
the,
I'm not
the
doing
tortilla
though?
place.
You know what I'm not doing? Yes, sometimes I'll do that. I'm not taking out a refrigerated or frozen item and leaving it out.
Oh,
I
that's
hate that.
crazy.
I've only
I
seen
see
that a couple of
I see
times.
it all the
It's
time.
Psycho.
It's psychotic. What are you doing? I saw popsicles laying in the chip aisle. I couldn't believe it.
No,
like
no.
it is nuts. It's
Yeah.
truly beyond the pale.
Yeah.
It's like taking a fish out of its bowl
Like
Yeah.
taking a fish out.
Out of
and
its
just
bowl.
watching it flop around.
Now, will I put it in the wrong refrigeration part?
Oh come
Yeah.
on, Luke.
Sometimes.
People got to fix that, Luke.
I think it depends how.
You.
I don't think I do that very often, but I'm sure I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I've done it.
Depends. It depends. If I don't have time.
if you don't have time,
Yeah, I got a lot of places to be. I'm a
Yeah.
creative on the
Oh.
clock.
Yeah.
I got to go home and create awesome stream and podcast ideas. Dun, 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 dun,
what
dun.
we do is so much less important than everyone who works at the grocery
That's
store.
true. Yeah.
It really is so
You know,
much less important.
People like to say that, but I don't think it's true.
Okay.
It's insane to believe. The guy fronting, the guy fixing the mustards is doing more than your ass.
But you know what he's probably doing while he's doing it?
Listening to podcasts,
Listening to
and round
podcasts.
it goes, and we are part of this incredible cycle.
The wheel of
Oh,
Samsara.
that's
The
interesting.
wheel of
yeah.
samsara. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Isn't
People
that
like to
beautiful?
say that, but I don't think that's true. I actually think this is really important.
Hey,
That's
look, I love podcasts. I like to listen to them. They get me through the day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
listen
think
to
what you
podcasts
guys
also.
are doing is heroic.
Thank you. And I think what you're doing is heroic.
Stop it.
Yeah, I do.
You know,
3 heroes. That's what I see. Not Pat.
I want to do the mustard thing. That's what I'm all about. The mustard
that's
thing.
also commendable.
Do you want to go
Yeah.
to, why don't you just do a podcast where you fix the fucking mustard?
God, that would be so good if people would listen to it. People would love it.
There's some video game coming out. I just saw a trailer for it yesterday where you're literally fronting and facing items in a like a convenience store.
Don't tell them that. I mean, both of them had a look of pleasure going. Brett,
I forgot what it's called.
My friend Brett Davis had a podcast where they do the laundry together. They'd like go to a laundromat and do their laundry and record a
Not
podcast.
a bad idea.
And I always like that idea.
Not a bad idea at all. I mean, there's
Laundromats. Laundromat, not fun when you have to go to it, but a place I generally like.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever live? My first apartment in Chicago, I had to go to the laundromat, and you were like, wow, that eats up a lot of time, man.
It
the
is
hall
such
stuff.
a huge problem.
Oh my God.
The worst I've ever had is in building laundry where I have to go down to the basement.
That
and do it there.
that was
But
the
that's
thing.
not
We
even that
had
bad.
that, and then it just didn't work. So then you like go to the laundromat.
Yeah. I guess, but I've had that like even when I was living with my parents. It's like, well, sometimes the washer fucking breaks.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was a lot younger, it's like, well, we might not have the money to fix the washer for 2 months.
Right.
So let's
Laundromat it is.
Laundromat it is. So I have spent some time in the laundromat. And I was going to say the podcast sounds like there would be a lot of noise, but I bet it's all pleasing noise. The laundromat.
The vibe of a laundromat is very nice.
Yeah.
Or orally.
Yeah.
Orally.
Be nice to listen
Or
to.
auditorily.
Auditora.
Mhm.
What do you think? Where are we on time? What do you think?
We're
You
about
think-
an hour and 13 recorded. So if we want to start heading towards our review and segment, we could do that.
I think review is about
I
that
think it's
time.
time.
So this would be the wrap up moment. This would be the moment to say anything about the store that you haven't yet said or haven't had a chance to talk about. Any angle on this or any other store. This is sort of the conclusion to that.
Any
No,
other store.
why
Why
would
would you say
any other
that?
store?
We're going to talk about
I
Abercrombie and
don't.
Fitch.
Well, I just wanted to give Shane a ramp if there was anything else that he wanted to mention on the episode before we get to our destined path, our destined conclusion.
I'd like to
But-
stay on topic.
Well, then let's stay on
I'd,
topic.
I'd really
Thank
like to
you.
stay.
Then let's stay on
Thank you.
topic.
There's a lot I could say, but I'd like to really think about that. If you ever have me back, I'll sort of get it all ready. But-
Absolutely.
Yeah, your
Well,
remarks
Yeah.
for the episode.
So it's Abercrombie and Fitch, and I got a couple of questions, and we'll get to our rating. And the first question is, if you could get rid of all the Abercrombie and Fitches in the world, would you do it?
Okay. I thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would. And I'll tell you why. Because the store has evolved in very strange ways. And I'd be curious it's been around since 1892. I hope it's around till like 2400. And I want to see what happens. Where's it going to go?
What's it going to become?
What's it going to become?
Well, the second question is.
Well, wait.
do
We
you
got to
think-
do our question. We got to do our answers.
But this elides into the second
Okay.
question. Because,
was it a disgusting establishment around the 2000s? And yes, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now it seems like it's just sort of a store for folks. From what I gathered visually when I made a return there, the people behind the desk were just normal folks.
There wasn't much
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had jeans.
The store was
I'm like,
nice.
you
I'll
know,
say it.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Please go ahead.
So it seems like they've sort of turned into just a less offensive, less appalling
Mhm.
sort of institution these days. And as I said, I'm curious to see where it goes. I don't know.
I'm
fascinated.
I think it's pretty milquetoast. I think it's pretty.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's pretty normal. And despite their foibles in the past, which are kind of horrible, it's like kind of inoffensive. Inoffensive might be the word that I would use to
Mhm.
describe
Mm-hmm.
Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm not sure. Luke, would you get rid of all of them?
Shane, you've really changed my tune on it because I do agree. There's something amazing about going
Amazing.
from the store that sold the gun that killed Ernest Hemingway.
I
to-
read that before coming
yeah.
in. I was excited to talk about, so I'm glad you.
Yeah. To a store where all of the most cretinous people from my upbringing went to what is essentially now just a store for kind of clothes you might wear where it's still a work function, but it's like a casual work function. You know,
Yeah.
like it's sort of
Work
just like,
picnic.
yeah, exactly. Or a corporate retreat, but we're not doing the like where this is breakfast.
You
or
can't
something.
just look like shit.
You can't look like shit, but you also have to look that good. Here's something I really liked about this particular store I went to is that, and I don't know why, but this really tickled me, is the way it was divided. They had the men's clothes on one side and the women's clothes on the other. And there was no marker. It was just the line from the door to the back of the store. It was all one on one side, all one on the other. And I was like, this feels very natural in a way that I was like, this is very well designed in a way that I was like, I never really feel this about any of the stores I go to. I was like, this is actually very well organized. There was also so you knew that there was like a showcase area for women's clothes and men's clothes on either side of right when you walked in where they had stuff in the front. And I was like, oh, that's pleasant.
I think it's interesting that you're talking about this like it's novel, where I feel like that's sort of the layout of every store.
No.
describing a clothing store.
Wait. I want to be clear though. I want to be
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
Yes. A, there was no markings. There was no like men's clothes.
Yeah.
And it was not the usual thing, which is I feel like squares where it's like, here's the men's section, the rest is women's.
Yeah.
There was a division that was very built.
Yeah.
It was the shapes of the sections were interesting to me, and that I didn't fully see the division right when you go to a store, you see where the division is.
Yeah.
And this, I felt the division was really built into the architecture and the floor plan of the store, and I was impressed by that.
Okay.
Does
I
that make
think
sense?
I see what you're saying.
I follow. Yes.
But yes, you are right. What I described is every store. When I get rid of them, you know what? I'm changing my tune. I want to see where they go next. Maybe they'll go full circle and they're selling pistols.
Maybe they'll come
again.
back to pistols.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
you
that
know,
be something?
That'd be something. That'd be something. And yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna demolish all of them. I hate.
Honestly,
I'm just bored.
I celebrate that,
I was
you know?
I was bored, and I'm like, there's a million clothes stores,
Yeah.
and this one is like, it doesn't even have the evil part of it anymore.
No.
So there's
Yeah,
not even.
good
there's no
point.
novelty.
I think
There's
we
no
lose
novelty
we
at
lose
all.
nothing.
Yeah.
really,
It's
you know?
like, why would I go there over a Kohl's or anything? Like, I just don't understand the appeal. I was bored by it. And honestly, I've been enjoying recently in the last 6 months, I've been really enjoying my thrifted clothes. And maybe that's not fair. But there's something about that experience that I'm like, every time I put on one of those shirts that I went looking for and I found something that I found that I thought was special, that fit me, that's comfortable. It's like, that is rewarding. That's and we didn't really talk about wearing clothes or buying them. We talked about the store, but only in the abstract.
I feel like it's because none of us are probably buying a ton of stuff at Abercrombie.
I've never bought anything from
Me
there.
neither.
I thought
Yeah.
about for this episode just going head to toe and looking, but then I looked on their
It
store.
doesn't look
online.
like that.
It doesn't look like anything.
You can't show up in the
this
big polo.
could be it. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah,
You weren't
it
showing
doesn't-
up in the polo with the giant like fucking logos and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
look like anything.
It
Do you
doesn't-
think
yeah.
Hemingway actually? Do you think
He was dressed that
Okay.
the day he died? I
pop
believe.
collar?
Yeah. He was dressed like a prep. Yeah.
I don't see the value that it offers. I don't see the value prop.
It's kind of become just a white noise. In
smoldering
the,
crater.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned, smoldering crater.
Yeah.
And if they, although I think it's doing very well now because of this sort of pivot to.
And I think I will say it's like, because the next question is, do we think it will exist in 25 years? I'll just go ahead and say yes, because I think that like you said, I think the combo of they've pivoted, it's working, and
They seem to
also
be doing
they
well.
have it's like obviously Y2K fashion was really big with Gen Z, and Abercrombie and Fitch feels so built into that. Like it was a lot of like 19-year-olds in there, which I was like, damn, all right.
It seems like it's
Yeah.
doing very well.
Yeah.
I think it'll be around, unfortunately.
Shay,
But I'm
do you
like,
think it'll be around?
blow it up.
I think it'll be around. I mean, it already like sort of cratered once in the 80s, and then someone else was like, yeah, buy it, turn it into
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's a strong brand,
Strong brand.
resilient.
Put a fudge shop there or something. Something else.
Fudge shop.
Fudge shop.
Fudge shop.
Or something.
You know what the gallery?
Jerky,
You know what
jerky store.
the gallery
Jerky
does not
store.
need more artisan chocolate shops.
Jerky.
Jerky store.
Jerky store.
Jerky store.
Spicy jerky store.
Spicy
Spicy
jerky.
nut
You don't see a lot of
store.
jerky stores at the
Special-
mall.
Specialty
No.
peanut store.
I
For
like
all
that.
different kinds of peanuts
Peanuts.
and snack mixes.
I like that.
And you can get like, and there's, dude, imagine you
You
get
could
a pick
build
and
your own
mix,
snack max.
pick and mix snack mix with a bunch of wooden barrels of, you get the breadsticks, you get spicy peanuts,
That actually does sound really
Fiesta
you're
line.
building your own
scoops.
That's really
And they're all different flavors, and you can mix and match.
And you're putting it into sort of a canvas bag or like a little burlap bag.
Mm-hmm.
Little, and you can smoke
That'd be good.
cigarettes.
And
yeah.
drink.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you can play cards if you want to.
And there's a bunch of dogs playing cards.
Yeah,
There's-
yeah,
in
yeah.
the back.
There's so many places recently where I think about what it would be like to smoke a cigarette there, and because just yesterday I was talking with Matt Rial about karaoke,
Ugh.
and someone mentioned smoking during karaoke. I'm not a smoker. I've smoked cigarettes and I think they're delicious, but
Mhm.
I never thought about singing karaoke while smoking a cigarette.
Oh
and
my
the
God, that
thought of
sounds
it is
so
driving me
cool.
crazy.
I'm split on it because obviously smoking is horrible and
Right.
kills you.
yeah.
And it's nasty and
Uh-huh.
gross.
But conversely, cigarettes are delicious.
And so cool.
Yeah.
And sorry, you look
But this
cool.
but this is what I'm saying is like I'm split because
Yeah.
it's the obvious truth. And then I was in Japan in the fall and we went to places that like were smoking.
They're
it was-
smoking over there.
This is a smoking bar and you're
Yeah.
just getting a nice fucking glass of whiskey and you're smoking with your
Smoking
friends.
inside, I've only gotten to do. I used to smoke. I don't anymore, but I had a few times I've gotten to smoke inside New Orleans, different places in Europe. I mean, you get why people were so into it.
It's-
Unfortunately,
Like,
Can you imagine
There's-
smoking on an airplane?
oh
it's
my
fucking-
god!
unfortunately,
How
it's fucking
cool would that be?
crazy.
You're just like,
The one time I've smoked inside was we were like on a road trip from Chicago to LA. We stopped at like a diner in Nebraska. There was like nothing else around. And we just pulled in, got some breakfast at like 6 a.m. and we smoked cigarettes while we ate our breakfast and
God.
drank our
And
coffee.
unfortunately,
It was disgusting.
but that's the thing. It's disgusting. That's also sounds
It
amazing.
was really nice.
Right? And I've never smoked a cigarette in my life.
you could start.
Okay.
They got
Imagine-
safe cigarettes.
Imagine picking it up
now. I
at
know.
age 30.
It really is one of those things where it's
with
like
my personality
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's like that's the
Yeah.
last thing I need.
it's
is
just so
another
funny. It's
annoying
like
habit.
no, the reason anyone smokes is because they did it when they were 16. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like,
and now they can't stop
Yeah.
due to inertia.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it like heroin? Like if I had one cigarette, would I be fucked?
no,
No. Okay.
you'd cough a lot and probably go, "Why do people do this?"
Yeah.
But
Well,
then when you're 16, you get past that because you still want to be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how I got addicted to cigarettes is I smoked a little in high school. I went to liberal arts school and I was like, all the kids I want to be friends with smoke. So I started smoking to become their friends. And unfortunately, it worked.
the other thing about smoking, at least socially, that I envy is the smoke break.
Yeah.
Is having some reason where it's like I got to go outside for 5 minutes
Yep.
and
There's
then I'll be back in. And it's
that-
like I need an excuse like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That also applied to like some of my fondest like memories of college parties was like you just go outside and stand around and
yes.
smoke for 5 minutes with some other people at the party.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like kind of a break.
Yes.
You kind of like break off into this other like smaller conversation. You're meeting people you didn't meet in the party.
At
It was
parties,
really
you
fun.
can still
is, yeah.
you can still just sort of.
I guess
hang
you can
around.
do that. It is.
But
It
there
does
is-
feel
without being-
weird though to just
yeah.
be standing
Hey,
there with your, you
It's,
know.
it's not that
Not have this.
conspicuous.
I guess you could have
but-
a lollipop or a nice
Toothpick.
a toothpick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably get to our scores.
Let's
Yeah.
get to our scores. On the scores scale, where would you rank this? From S to S.
I think it's got to go squarely in the middle. S-T-O-S-S-T. Oh, it would be, I mean,
Well,
O,
O-
it's between an
O
O-R.
point R
Yeah,
would be
there
the
is
R.
there is no perfect center letter,
It'd be
and that's
open.
by design, Mike.
That's
dear
by
boy.
design.
So I have to
Mhm.
tip it. I have
Yes.
to tip it.
Yes.
Oh, no, you can say O.R.
But no, R.O would then
R
be.
point O and-
R.O is a little above the median. O.R is a little below.
We demand a decision.
We demand.
Yes.
I
no
would,
neutrality.
for legacy, because for the vast majority of its existence, it was just a store where you could buy waiters and like. I also read something about them selling like a $20,000 chess set.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
They sold very strange things. I'd give it R.0. I'd give it R.0.
Okay.
Mhm.
We could blow them all up and that'd be fine. But I'm
Smoldering
fascinated.
crater.
I'm giving it the just a little bit of bump so to maybe give it some longevity and see where maybe they'll sell guns again. What
That'd be fun.
What beautiful living
They should-
authors are doomed.
they should
because
sell guns.
Abercrombie may bring guns back to their stores.
They should sell guns again, but only guns that were available in 1892.
Mm.
That'd be good.
You know, like revolt, like
revolt.
army Colt revolvers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
should start selling guns specifically that can only be used to do what Hemingway did.
Yeah. Oh, they only
Ooh.
sell them to published authors. George Saunders
Who
is
are
allowed to
right up
pop
on the
in.
edge.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Write awesome fiction.
That's right.
Right, awesome fiction. I'm gonna give it for my rating, and I hate to jump the line. I'm gonna give it an R.E.
Oh,
Just kind of,
yeah.
screw this place.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
I
gotta
don't
give
really
it.
like this place.
Oh, please.
No, that's it.
I gotta give it an E. I mean, it's unfortunate. It is like the number one brand in my head that represents basically in a nutshell everything I hated growing up
Monsters.
in upper middle class
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. Like it reminds me of all the ghoulish figures of these children of politicians and bankers and lobbyists. And it just is like, and that's a personal thing, but I'm fixated. I have this memory, sense memory of being at the Tyson's Corner Mall in Maryland and, or in Virginia. I can't remember. And I remember seeing the door to Abercrombie and Fitch. Like they had this like thing where there were like little sort of like plants and then a shuttered painted black sort of like doorway. And it felt like this like horrible castle I wasn't allowed inside in.
Yeah.
And it smelt crazy. I fucking hate it. Sorry.
Yeah, there was a vibe of like,
Yes.
do not enter.
Yes. And it was just, it's
Not
too,
a place I would have felt welcome.
No.
I wasn't even welcome when I worked there.
No, you had to be in the back eating
Yeah.
cookie dough.
But this is 3 hop frogs talking. Right?
True.
Yeah.
So there's a mirror
You think
universe.
You're not a hop frog. You think you're up front?
No, actually, I was going to say
Abercrombie?
that
You think you're an upfront?
the most Abercrombie people I know, I in my memory, were these two. It was a guy and a girl from my high school, blonde hair, blue eyes, Abercrombie kids, both on the lacrosse team, on the respective lacrosse teams.
Mhm.
And one day I was walking home from school, and they drove past me in a silver Saab and yelled "loser."
Oh, come on.
So yeah, that's
Bro,
my
you're a hop
Abercrombie.
frog. About right.
I'm a hop
Yeah.
frog.
You're
Yeah.
a hop frog. There's a Mirror Universe Stores podcast where all of us are beautiful and we all really love it.
Hey, what's up? Another great store. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Another awesome store from this
Dude,
wonderful brand.
just to get another one I love.
Yeah. Man,
I
we're
got-
on such a good run of stores that we love.
We'd be at a hype house selling things on TikTok Shop. I think that would be our.
We have so many like shitty pieces of art sitting on the carpeted ground against our white walls in the
Yeah, we're
background.
gonna
Oh,
put
yeah.
this up. It's Mickey Mouse with a gun and a dollar sign.
A lot of Amazon Prime boxes just stacked on top of each other. Do we want to do your segment?
Let's get to the segment. This segment is called Furnished Heart.
Love it.
And
Furnished
I
Heart.
have found for us a bunch of furniture store commercials, local furniture store commercials for us to dig into. Now, this first one is from Dodds Furniture. Do we know about Dodds Furniture?
I'm not familiar with Dodds.
This is a well-known, and we may want to look up more than just this one Dodd Furniture, because Dodds Furniture is all time. This guy Dodd runs a chain of furniture stores, and I'll just play it. This first one is called Game of Dodds.
Rising from the House of Dodd, epic furniture
Yes.
entire realm.
Wow.
Game of Dodd.
Holy shit.
Tones of leather and fabric. You choose the style, you choose the color. And for your night's watch, comfortable mattresses. Buying Canadian means faster delivery and no U.S. exchange rates. Let Lord Dodd's
Beautiful.
words ring true across the land.
Winter is coming?
Or-
No, I want to be undersold.
Dodd's Furniture, Victoria.
What do you say?
I
He
want
said,
what?
He said, "No, I won't be undersold." That's his thing that he says.
Oh, okay. It's a catchphrase.
He says, "I won't be undersold."
This is
yeah.
giving really big nephew making this for them.
Yes,
Big energy.
yeah.
He doesn't
Oh.
know what the fuck is happening.
I'm liking the
100%.
guy on the right.
Yeah,
But
Khaleesi.
But there is an old white man who has a Khaleesi wig and
No
he's
lines.
dressed as Khaleesi. He has no lines in the whole thing.
Khaleesi.
He looks
Um,
like he's about to just giggle the whole time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
having a lot of fun with
Yeah,
this.
it's really, really good. There is a Dodds Star Trek one if you
Oh,
guys want to
please.
watch that.
Does it
one.
always
That one's
feature
really,
the
really-
same three people?
The guy in the middle is Dodd.
He's Dodd.
That's Dodd.
That's
The
Dodd.
guy who
Where's
said,
this-
"I won't be undersold." Yeah.
Serta Trek.
The final frontier.
Aye, Captain. You can choose your space with a Serta.
Pretty decent, Scotty.
So there is a flying
This
USS
is
Enterprise
good.
with the disc that's been replaced by a
Serta
Serta
mattress.
mattress.
A little
Yes.
more effort being put into this one than the Game of Thrones one, I think.
Well, the Game of Thrones one had like a 3D graphic.
It's
but it was just a dragon
stock 3D graphic.
wow.
They didn't make it.
It's really funny that this guy is being Scotty when he looks literally identical to fucking
Shatner.
He really looks like
Dodd
old
is Shatner.
Yeah, he
And
looks
why
like
is he
old
wearing-
Shatner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can choose your space with a Serta.
God, that's beautiful.
Don't cling on to that old mattress. You will come.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
Editing a bunch of people
They're
to be
doing
Klingons.
a tribble.
There's a tribble climbing in there
fun.
with Dodd. They just teleported 2 people into bed.
You won't be undersold? Make it so.
Make it so.
Logical.
Captain, you won't-
Live long and sleep.
Oh, they got the whole
Live
three.
long
They got
and
all three there.
sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Live long and sleep.
Live
I
long
like
and
that.
sleep. Captain, you won't be undersold.
I would love
Make it
to.
so.
When I was in college, I worked at like a public access kind of, or there was a company that like did like corporate video,
Mm-hmm.
and people lose their fucking minds when you get them to do a funny little thing like that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get so excited.
Oh my God.
In
I
a
don't
corporate
know.
setting, people go nuts if they get to do a little.
Yeah.
you
They
know,
could be delivering.
if they
a
get
lot.
to be silly for 1 second of
Yeah.
their life,
Yeah.
it's like, wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. Up next, we have
Sponge.
Mattress Ranch 3.
Guys, old man wearing a SpongeBob.
Yeah,
tie.
so it's
Yes,
an
yes,
old
yes.
man in a bright red shirt, weird vest, and a SpongeBob tie. And it's called Mattress Ranch 3.
Wasilla Store. If you're in the market for a mattress, we like you to shop our competition. We have a selection that's really big. 40 different kinds of mattresses, all under one roof. Here
He's
today
doing some
for you to
handwork.
haul away.
He also sounds
If you're
like he's
looking
in
for
a, like,
mattress,
church
shop our
recording
this.
competition, then come on into my store, both in Wasilla and Anchorage.
He sounds like he's in the largest room ever made.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait a minute.
Wasilla now is where we is.
Holy shit.
He's
got
dancing.
moved.
At the Mattress Ranch.
He's fucking it up like the
Holy
Six Flags.
Jesus!
guy.
That was crazy.
That was
Wow.
cool.
He literally busted down.
Can you
Fabiano.
describe the dance for viewers? Or
I mean,
for
it's very
listeners?
Six Flags coded. His knees are sort of bending like crazy.
It's a little bit
really
like the yodeling
sexy.
boy.
Yes.
Yes, it's like the yodeling
Mason
boy.
Ramsey.
It's very he's being naughty.
Yeah,
Right.
he's literally like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say he's not moving his body to the beat. He's moving his body to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of elbow and knee work.
His
Do you
hands and his hands are he's doing little stinker hands. Like his hands are like, look, I'm a little stinker. See? I'm a little stinker. I'm a little stinker. See? Yeah.
His tongue's out.
Do you think he showed them what that was going to be beforehand, or do you think he was just like,
I think he
just
filmed-
roll?
I don't think he had help filming this.
This doesn't, no, what we're saying, this doesn't feel like someone
Stop
was like,
skipping around,
do you
Pat.
want to,
You're making him dance.
whoa. This doesn't feel like someone was like, do you want to do something silly? This feels like he's like, oh, I got a little dance.
Yeah.
I've got a little dance, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
do
good
the-
on this.
And then I do the little dance and and that's
commercial
the-
ends.
Commercial ends. Yeah. And that's it. We've got another Mattress Ranch one.
Also,
up
just
next.
to be clear, no justification for the SpongeBob tie. That was
No,
just a
no.
little
No,
bit
that's
of
just a tie that he
personality.
has. I guess, yeah, that's
Holy
it.
shit.
Oh,
these
he's back.
puppets.
He's wearing the SpongeBob
Oh,
tie.
he's always got it. Yeah,
in
in this
this
other commercial,
also.
too.
It's
and now there's a bunch of puppets.
Mattress Ranch animals. Yep.
If you need a mattress, who do you come see? You come see Ted. Why? Because Ted has more mattresses than anybody. Ted
A lot of road noise in this one.
Also, one of the puppets is him.
Yeah, one of the
that's-
puppets
yeah.
behind him is him, but he is puppeting a little weird cow dog that he is making talk at the same time as him.
The dog, the puppet isn't seemingly saying anything.
No.
It's just sort of.
It's moving when he talks.
Yeah.
So I think it's like he's green screened in front of video of the other puppets.
No,
so the
th-
other
no,
puppets
no,
are
look
looking
at the
at
shoulder.
No.
No. But because the
No,
puppet
no,
behind
no,
him
no,
would
no.
be bigger than him. Then.
he
I think the blue cow is there, and Pat is right about
Yes.
the other ones.
I see. Yes.
There's no way. There's no way those are After Effects.
Why would the green screen be outside? Where
Why
all
would
this-
they?
Oh, that's a
why
good-
would those not be diegetic puppets? I don't understand what that
Do you
would
think he had
help.
a puppet made that was bigger than him?
Yes.
Unless they printed? I don't know. Wait,
I
are
guess-
they
Well,
moving?
what
Are
if
they
we-
moving?
Pat makes a good point. It's a hand puppet that's bigger than him.
It's easier to make a big puppet than a small puppet.
That's so true, Jesse.
It's
Play the commercial.
you're just saying that because you want to end the episode and because you don't want to spend 15 minutes on big
It's
puppet
just
is
not
easy.
true. It's not
A
true.
big puppet is easier to make than a small puppet.
I mean, there's
That's true.
I don't know.
The big dragons, in the parades.
You think those are easier to make than a small
Gotta
puppet?
be.
Gotta be.
It
Gotta
just
be.
depends. I think you hit a certain level of scale where it's so much bigger that just the manpower.
Jeff Dunham puppet. How difficult is that to make?
I guess to you would be average because that's like an average size puppet.
Isn't it haunting that Jeff Dunham carves his own puppets?
There's your
Does he do
sign.
that?
Yeah, he
You think
makes
he's
his
got
own
like
puppets.
them all like
Yeah.
hanging in his.
I
He's-
think most of the ventriloquists make their own puppets, right?
Yeah, but isn't it haunting just to think of him like he breathed life into Ahmed the dead terrorist?
And he's like
he
doing
created.
the voice as he makes it. and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like
Yeah.
really.
He's like
just
trying out different voices.
Yeah.
Like, well, when will I find you?
all of the
Hi,
different
I'm
racist
Ahmed the
puppets
dead
that he's coming
terrorist.
up with, and he's just
So
like
there's George
creating
Bush's
them.
voice.
Like it's really haunting.
He could outsource that. He's, it feels like he at least is successful enough. Maybe it's a joy for him.
I don't know.
He's got to
Right.
be so rich.
I don't know how he's doing now, but he has to still have money from
I bet, dude.
back when he popped off like
yeah.
crazy.
Terry Fader as well.
I want to back up just about a minute. Do you think the there's your sign, here's your sign? You think that's one of Jeff Dunham's puppets?
Yeah. I think that guy from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour is also one of Jeff Dunham's puppets.
Okay.
It
What's
is a
that guy's
Dunham
name?
character.
I
don't know.
forget
Bill
which-
Engvall.
Bill
Bill
Engvall,
Engvall does
yeah.
the sign stuff.
I knew you
Okay.
would know. There's your sign. Okay, play this shit.
There's your
Stop
sign.
the competition. Shop Ted Last for the best price on a mattress today.
Get more sleep without counting sheep and have
He's
another
dancing.
night
He's doing it
bliss.
again.
Across from
He's
the
dancing
bus barn
again.
in Wasilla now is where we is. Save more bucks at the Mattress Ranch.
Okay.
I like the dance.
A lot of
The
knee
man.
dance is
knocking and
really
sorta-
good. The dance is really, really, really good.
Sort of pioneering a specific type of dance.
There's
Yeah.
more Mattress Ranch commercials. They all end with that same jingle. and
I'm
they're
going to
with
watch
that
all
man.
of those when I
Yeah.
get home.
He's a beautiful, beautiful man. Up next, we have Crazy Alan Wayside Furniture commercial.
Alan Wayside Furniture. Alan Wayside.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Now, the first,
oh, no.
So this is why I put this on the docket, because I was so the crazy thing about him is that he is in his underpants
Yep.
in his store.
And wearing cowboy,
Cowboy
boots.
boots.
He's got cowboy boots and only his boxer briefs on.
Yep.
His body is good, not great.
It's
Right.
good in a Maha way.
It has like a
Yes.
quite a little bit
Yeah.
above average, but
Yeah.
not like nothing where you're like, oh, that's a guy that wants to take his shirt off
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, but he doesn't look bad.
No,
but
no.
I would say that this is the worst thing that you could do for your furniture store is let me know that a guy has been naked in it.
So then there's a lot of leather around here.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of leather for
the
his
skin's gonna
for
stick
his
to
skin
that.
to touch. Yeah. Keep playing
Alan
it.
Wayside Furnitures. We've shaped up for you. Get down to Alan Wayside Furniture and take advantage of our furniture and mattress liquidation. But the
Huh.
more you buy, the more you save. Plus, see how you can get your free Simmons box spring completely free or your Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Okay.
He's
all
doing
barely
the,
got it
the,
out.
the Tim Robinson
Yeah, yeah,
shoulders
yeah,
too.
yeah,
He sort of
yeah,
hunching
yeah. Kinda
towards
looks
you.
like Tim Robinson.
He's
too.
also getting higher and higher pitched. Doesn't it seem like he's getting higher and higher pitched and maybe squeezing tighter and tighter
Yeah.
as he goes?
You get the notion. I don't know what this guy's deal is. It seems like he may be worked out for
Yes.
3 months to
Yes.
6 months.
to do this commercial.
and then or to have the idea, he's like, oh my god, I'm in such good shape now. I got to do this
Let's-
commercial.
yeah,
Let's
I
show-
think-
finally show
yeah.
my
Maybe
body.
he's an eligible bachelor.
Yeah,
but
wants
why
the
he wouldn't
locals
be
to
wearing
know.
pants, I guess, for that joke.
I think he wants it all out
Well, I mean,
there.
he does-
You know?
His left quadricep is kind of nice.
Thank you,
Look
Pat.
at the mouse
It's nothing to
cursor
write
sort of
home about.
stroking.
His,
I'm
his-
sorry. He's just like his
legs aren't awesome.
he's slim fit, but
Sorry.
he's not Hulk.
This is Crazy Alan we're talking
Yeah.
about.
For free.
His legs are
Get
just
down
okay.
to Alan Wayside
You should-
Furniture this weekend. Don't miss it.
Where better living begins.
Oh man, I really like that.
What's going
what
on
was
there?
that? What was that? A little guy ran across the screen.
So a little guy runs across the screen, and I don't know what he's wearing.
Does he have a diaper on?
I can't really make it out.
It seems like, is it him in the cowboy boots wearing a wig? I
It's
can't.
it's too low res for me to have been able to make it out. It looks like a 2-piece swimsuit to me.
It's sort of Lynchian, whatever's going on there.
It really is.
It looks like
really is.
like a man behind the diner vibes.
That is very
At the end of
scary.
the commercial, just
It
a
really
little bit of
looks-
jump scare.
It really looks, haunting. Yeah.
Jesse, do you want to pick one or two more for us?
Yeah. What are the next couple? I forget what
We have
I.
this guitar one.
I want to
it's-
watch the fat guy for sure.
This is Don's Guns vintage commercial. That's not a furniture store, so we can skip. Oh, we got to do one of the Waterbeds ones. Do the next one. Do the next Waterbed
You
one.
got it, boss. Waterbed Creations.
Elephant.
Elephant.
I'd like to talk to you about a very moving subject. In the past, we've done a lot of things to get your attention and make a few points about waterbeds. Namely, they can be virtually motionless. Even major leaks are retained by the liner. There are no floor loading problems.
Well,
So sorry, we do need to explain what just happened.
So these are from his other commercials. He's got a commercial where he chainsaws one of his beds open to show that it doesn't leak.
But it does leak when you
I
cut
don't
it open
understand.
with a chainsaw.
I think he's saying it
don't.
Like it won't leak onto the ground?
Yeah, but that's,
even if there's a puncture, it won't leak onto the ground.
Namely, they can be virtually motionless. Even major leaks are retained by the liner. There are no floor loading problems.
Exactly.
And they're just plain fun.
Yeah, so when he says they're just plain fun, there's a guy that comes out of a waterbed and a scuba.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever sat on a waterbed or laid on one?
My aunt and uncle had a waterbed growing up, and the implications I did not enjoy.
It is
They
the
were
most.
like, it's really good for certain things.
It's the most psychotically uncomfortable thing
They're horrible.
that I've ever
Yeah.
laid on. I really cannot believe that it was a thing at any moment.
Don't they have like built-in like heaters too? Because they get cold,
Some
right?
do.
The water gets cold.
Some do, but not all of them.
I don't
Kinda
like
that cold water.
Some of them, they're literally just a
What would a
fucking bag.
waterbed be for like a small?
Such a good question.
Maybe just well, if you're small enough, it would just be a drop of dew because the surface tension.
Well,
would
we're
be
not
enough.
talking that
I don't
small,
like to think
bro.
about the
That's
viscosity and surface tension of liquid for a
I
small.
can't
'cause
fucking win. I can't fucking
I mean,
win with you. I
we
can't win
spent
with
an
you.
hour
I
saying
can't
that they would
fucking
be
win
G.I.
with you.
Joe height, and now you're talking
No,
about
we
a
were
guy so
saying they were
small
all
he's on the
different kinds of
viscosity
height.
of a
No,
dewdrop.
they were all sorts of different
That would be
kinds
like
of
a
height.
size
You're
of
fucking
smaller than a fly.
That's like
Get
smaller
your-
than a Polly Pocket.
I
or
mean,
a Mighty
Jesus
Max.
Christ. man.
Chinese takeout packet of soy sauce.
That's good.
Oh my God, Pat,
Yeah.
that's fucking perfect.
Easy. How hard was that?
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, wait, he did not know. That just came to him. You got to be quicker than this.
And when you buy your bed from Waterbed Creations, we'll rush
Ravioli.
the product to you and stand
Ravioli.
up.
Just shut up! Just shut
Just saying,
up!
ravioli works.
Just shut
and it's hot.
God, ravioli
It's
sounds
warm.
nice.
Oh, ravioli. And if you got a little dog, put him on a tortellini.
But yeah,
That's
dude,
good.
dewdrop sounds good too.
The dewdrop would be
Pat-
so delightful
Pat
to
knows
lay
his
upon a
smalls.
dewdrop.
He knows
You-
his smalls.
To be laying upon a dewdrop would be the
That
delight
is just
among
not-
delights.
It's not
Your clothes
related
get
to
wet.
what we're talking
Your
about.
clothes get wet. I
Clothes
don't want
get
to
wet.
sleep
Even
on
if-
water.
Even if you're on the viscosity of the water, you're still on water.
It doesn't matter if my clothes get wet. They're made of seaweed.
Also, like the viscosity
my
of
clothes are seaweed, so it doesn't
the
matter. if
surface
they're wet.
tension. You're like stuck to it.
I'm
Yeah.
not stuck
You're
to it.
stuck to it.
Yeah.
You can't get off.
You're literally, it'd be
You ever
hell.
see an
It'd
ant-
actually be torture. is
You ever
what
see
described.
like an ant on the surface of water? It's not having a good time.
Maybe if you're
They
a
die.
water strider,
They die.
which you aren't.
Because at Waterbed
There's
Creations,
an elephant.
the rest is better, and we're better than
Seems
the
like he
rest.
stepped on it
To you
once and it
stand
didn't
on our
break,
beds
but they
to
couldn't
assure
show
your
more.
satisfaction. Because at Waterbed Creations, the rest is
So they had an
all-
elephant step on the
That's
water
all
bed.
the footage they got.
Yeah, the
Well, the
elephant
elephant
stood on
died
it
after.
once.
Yeah. They
He was
killed the-
And
euthanized.
they electrocuted
And then
it.
the Waterbed Creations logo is an elephant holding a chainsaw sitting on a waterbed
Wearing
with
a
a sombrero.
Wearing a
Or-
sombrero for some
Yeah.
reason. Yeah, with scuba goggles on. So I guess it's all of the things they've ever done to a waterbed.
I
all
wouldn't
at
mind
once.
that on a T-shirt. That is really nice.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Waterbed
Yeah.
You remember
Creations.
that?
That's
One
really,
more,
really
Jesse?
beautiful. Well, you wanted to watch Fat Guy Goes Nuts.
Yeah. Crazy fat guy furniture commercial. This is funny as fuck.
Can we describe this opening frame, please?
Fat guy with a baseball bat. You know he's gonna go fucking nuts.
Yeah, I'm not going to add any more details. And he's standing next to a cabinet.
Hi, this is Brent, Town and Country Furniture. Folks, we're beating down the competition with lower prices here at Town and Country Furniture. Come on in.
Yeah, so he's smacking the.
He's not even smacking. it that
I
hard.
thought
he was smacking the cabinet, but not that hard.
He was not. I wanted to see fat guy go like over the head. Boom.
I think, but I liked how pathetic it was.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and you were primed for splintering and explosion. You know,
Yeah.
you really want them to go crazy with it. If they're going to destroy it, you might as well really go
Yep.
for it.
I mean, he definitely dented it in a way that like they
like,
can't get a
knocked
second
some-
take.
Yeah, so you knocked some wood
So why
off.
not just totally destroy it?
Maybe he'll do more.
Gas sectional for only $5.99. Folks, come on into Town and Country Furniture and see this beautiful
No.
5-piece bedroom suit for only $5.99.
Suit.
Come on
Bedroom
down to Town
suit?
and Country where we're beating.
Sorry, there was another thing that just a little detail, but he
only
takes one of the drawers
$5.99.
out for no reason. I don't know what the hell I don't know what the hell that
He
is.
just fully pulls a drawer out.
It looks like he was kind of maybe surprised by that happening.
Yeah.
He's just like fucking around with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
While
yeah.
he's
Oh,
selling it. I
shit.
don't know why.
Yeah.
Come on down to Town and Country where we're beating down the competition. Corner of 303 and Carrier Parkway, Grand Prairie, Texas.
He didn't go nuts enough on that thing at
No.
all.
Well,
Right?
we're
It wasn't even
beating
close to
down
nuts
the
enough.
I would barely call him crazy.
Town and Country Furniture. Come on in. Woo!
And he's only a little fat.
Yeah,
too.
he could. I mean,
Like,
you said crazy fat guy furniture commercial. I'm imagining something way different.
I'm imagining a way fatter guy, way crazier.
He
Yeah.
looks like he's maybe too preoccupied with like looking at the camera.
Yes.
And then is not and making his lines, making sure they're, he's
why he has
delivering
to
the
get-
information.
He has to
And
be
he
off
doesn't
book.
want to come
It's not
across
off
as
book.
like a violent maniac,
Right.
right? He
So
wants
why
to
do it at all?
You do.
Oh yeah, he does. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Well, should we get out of here?
Should we get out of here? We got a couple. Okay, let's take it home. That's our segment. Shane, you're our guest. Thank
Hey.
you so much for coming on the podcast today. Thank you
was a
so much
joy.
for coming on Stores. I'm glad to have you. Great episode.
Is that, what?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what Luke is
I don't know.
That
What
was-
I'm sort of gesturing.
Luke
This
is
was a
sort of
treat.
gesturing.
This was a treat.
Well, where can people find you, and what do you want to direct people's attention towards?
You could find me on my Instagram page, which is just my name, my page.
My page.
Instagram page.
My
I like
page.
that.
One time, Margot Martindale DM'd me on Twitter and said, thanks for, because I think I followed her, and she said, thanks for visiting my page. And I said, big
nice.
fan.
Character actor Margot Martindale.
That's wonderful.
And then I make stuff on a YouTube channel called Watcher, where we host a show called Mystery Files and a show called Ghost Files. We just went to Key West and did some ghost hunting. I'm a skeptic. I don't believe in ghosts. We never find anything. But we keep it real. We don't fake anything, and because you can't, because nothing ever happens and ghosts aren't real. But it's a lot of fun. I went to Key West and we had a lot of fun there. So those are coming out this summer.
Yeah, we didn't talk about ghosting hunting at all.
That's fine. It's not a passion for me.
No, you don't really like it.
I just do it every year.
Yeah.
Quite often.
What kind of ghosts they got down in Key West?
Lime ghost.
Yeah, or like
I ate a lot of key lime pie. I'll
How
tell you.
was it?
It was really
I
good.
want to. I love.
Hold on. You've got to have bog witches down in Florida.
Or like
for
parrot
sure.
heads. I'm thinking of like a Jimmy Buffett style fan ghost.
Yeah, they have one of the highways down there is Jimmy Buffett Highway.
See, it feels like a party ghost sort of situation.
It is. It's a very weird scene. Have you ever been to Key West?
No.
The first day I was there, I was like, I don't think I would ever come here for vacation. And then like the next day, I was like, okay, yeah, I get. The
I want to
vibes
go.
here.
It seems like it's so uniquely American in every way.
It's kind of like New Orleans without music or culture.
How's the food though?
That was the other thing. I was like, I would probably come back here on a trip with like pals, but I don't think I would ever bring my wife here because like she likes good food at places. And all the menus there kind of have like 80% of the same thing. And you're like, okay, that was edible. You know.
Key West doesn't
But
seem
the
like
pies
it's
were really good.
So
very
it
known
really
for
is
food.
shitty New Orleans.
I kind of got on its level, but it is, kind of
New
like a
Orleans would be the ghost place to go.
Yeah.
If you're
So
looking
many
for
ghosts.
ghosts, because not only are there ghosts there, it's like they're all in a jazz
The
band
Creole
together.
ghosts.
They're in
for
a
sure.
jazz band and they're beckoning you to
Yeah.
join them
Vampires,
in their
ghosts,
eternal
they got 'em all.
vampires.
They got 'em all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should end the episode.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
Thanks again. This was
Thank you
fun.
for doing the
Yeah.
show, man. I appreciate it.
You can find our bonus episodes on our Patreon, patreon.com/stores the podcast. Get twice the amount of Stores episodes every single week and our entire backlog of bonus episodes by signing up at patreon.com/stores the podcast and become a member of the Stores Corps this week. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.